Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Friday Eve. I see you, Lakita. Welcome in. Welcome in. DJ No Nay in the house. Welcome in. Nap Lifestyle. What's going on, my sister? Good to see you. I'm coming on camera right now. How's everybody feeling, man? Y'all as excited as I am? The Dude One, welcome in. I see you. Happy Friday Eve. All right, we're gonna have to do it the old school way. How y'all doing? What up, brother Ozzy in the house? Good to see you, man. Welcome to Producer Spotlight. If this is your first time, let me break it down for y'all right quick. So in 2023, we started Producer Spotlight, a stream dedicated to giving the super dope producers responsible for the joints that you hear me play on the Remix Lounge, formerly known as the Corporate Lunch Break. As y'all know, I'm extremely passionate about my edits and remixes. And shortly after starting DJing, I had to find a way to say my thank yous to all these, I don't want to say unknown, because they're definitely known, but they're not at the same tier as like a Kanye West. They don't get the same love. And I found myself in a position where I'm like, you know what? As a big music head myself, not knowing about this edit world, I'm like, I need to do something to make the world aware. because there's a lot of super dope music out there. And if you're as old as I am, you've heard the same song over and over and over again. So to have a fresh new take on a classic joint that you know and love is refreshing. So then was born the Producer Spotlight. And the first one that I had was DJ EZP, now known as Mike Tempo. And since then, we've had Ian Wallace, we've had Jim Sharp, we've had Suckerside, we've had DJ Mr. Wilson, DJ No Nay, and it has been nothing but incredible. And today, we got none other than DJ Luciano Sola, the one we all know and love. Welcome in Malachi, C Love, Brandy Brown Sugar, the Deej One, Mimi Berry London. Good to see y'all. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for bringing your family over, DJ Malachi. Psalmist, the songstress, welcome in, welcome in. Nisi Sykes in the building, pretty witty. I see y'all. How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday Eve and welcome to our first Producer Spotlight of 2025. Big Stove in the building. Thank you for that correction. I sent out a post yesterday saying March 27th. With all that excitement, we're in February. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. We're going to start with some Luciano joints right now. So get comfortable and let's go on this ride, y'all. All the joints you're gonna hear today, all Luciano Sola. Malachi with the bits right out the gate. Appreciate you, man. Thanks again for bringing your family over. Appreciate you, man. DJ Relly Rao, what up? Brother D Mecca. I see you, bro. Reggie Ward, what up? Welcome in, man.
Yep.
There he is, Lucci. Miss Jones, I see you. Mr. Von Michelle, welcome in. DJ 360 in the building, welcome in. Brother Craig Digger, good to see you, man.
All I do is sign, 'cause you're the most precious thing, baby. I got my dreaming eyes has ever seen, so I can take a dream, me and those dreaming eyes of mine.
Brother K Lock.
Is it just that you're the finest little thing that I ever saw? Or is my imagination running too far? Oh, yeah. Or is it that my eyes are telling me something you can never see? Something like me being with you, or you being with me. So
they'll do. I used
Big
to be
Stoke with the
on it
bits.
like a
Appreciate you, my
fly to
friend.
shit back in the days, but he wasn't
Almost setting off the
I
hype
flirted
train.
and I flirted till there was no end, but she kicked the diabolical as if we was friends. Honey, you was funny, but I'm tired of that. 3 years later, I got a new rap. Got a little older, a tidbit wiser. I gained 20 pounds, 6 inches higher. Speaking of higher, so you smoke the hootie back. Your ex-boyfriend claims he gets the booty back, but I'm here to testify, it'll be a hard try. Slapping my knees, letting outside.
There it is, K-Lock setting off the hype train. Nisi Sykes with the bits.
Apple rum, gotta put me on.
Need an apple bum. Hey, hon, hey, hon. Let's get an apple bum. Go ahead with yourself. Let's get an apple bum. Hey, hon, hey, hon. Let's get an apple bum. You gotta put me on. I said, let's get an apple bum. Hey, hon, hey, hon. Let's get an apple bum. Go ahead with yourself. Let's get an apple bum. Hey, hon, hey, hon.
I never shed a tear, but then again, I won't steer.
Rally Round with the bits. Appreciate you, man. Psalmist with the re-up.
I would raise my head to make a stand, come to my desk and help me with my problem. It was never much. Just a trick, the smell is hit. I try to sneak a touch. Oh, how I wish I could hold a hand and give her a hug.
Lakita.
She was married to the man, he was a thug. His name was Lee. He drove a Z. He picked her up at school probably at 3 o'clock. I was on her jock, yes indeedy. I wrote graffiti on the bus. First I write her name, then carve a bus with my name last on the looking glass. I seen it yesterday.
You hear that soul in this music right here? Jonas BR, I see you. Lucci is definitely a one of a kind. There he is, my Montreal brother, DB Assy. Please make sure y'all following all the incredible DJs up in here. Pretty witty, fierce flame, I see y'all.
Slightly transformed, just a bit of a break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance that has gotten to be a little bit out of control. It's cool to dance, but
Lucci,
what about a groove?
we all miss you here too, man.
Give me a soft, subtle mix, and if it ain't broke, then don't try to
I think Nisi Sykes probably misses you the absolute most.
Adjust the bass and let the Alpine blast. Pop in my CD and let me run around and put your car on cruise and lay back, cause it's the summertime.
Marjan, welcome in. Got brother Mike Tempo in the house. Welcome in.
Keep on believing all the dreams inside of you, and don't stop achieving, yeah. Let some love shine on through, and don't fight the feeling. Just keep on dealing. Everybody
You're on point five.
Once again, Tip.
You're on point five.
Once again, Tip.
You're on point five.
Once again,
Big
Tip.
Stove with the vibe.
Watch me
Peace.
bust they shit.
Okay.
Ooh, you did it to me once again, my friend. I swear you do it to me every time.
You're on point five.
Let's bring
Once
that back. We
again,
gotta get
Tip.
that.
You're on.
Ooh, you did it to me once again, my friend. I swear you do it to Ooh, you did it to me once again, my friend. I swear you do it to Ooh, you did it to me once again.
That deserves a
my friend.
woo.
I swear you do it to me every time. Cause you stay crazy on my mind. Boy, you got it
Say
going on. And on and on and on. And on and on and on.
JD and the Ray Tip, baby. Come on.
This is the year that I come in and just devastate.
That's my
style
favorite
is
part,
great,
Lucci.
executives Can I dominate?
I'm a big fan of the
My rhymes are
Apache
harder
drums.
than last night's erection. Don't play me close. I have this mic up in your midsection. My shit is love, simply meaning that my joint is tight. Amping up the mic, making sure production's tight. Sometimes I might catch a severe case of writer's block, but by the end of the day, you'll be on my jock. Real name's Malik, my hobby's putting MCs to the test. And if you
Jimmy
front, I
Art,
put my
welcome
foot up
in.
in your freaking chest. Freestyle fanatic,
Lalo
and
Pizza,
never will
welcome
it
in.
ever stop. Your crew is his. You might just wanna call the
Hey, yo,
cops.
I gotta put some action on paper. Make sure my verse jump up and spread out like the raper. The only tip I got for a waiter is watch
Miss
the
Jones with the
doorknob hit
bits.
me with
Appreciate
the
you,
dirty
fam.
should have bit me. That was
Level
my train
3.
of thought. But for so
80%.
long I fought. Now I'm at a level supreme to the devil. So turn up the bass and lay low on the treble. We be the Willie kids and you dead with the shovel. Revitalize, revital tribe, nigga. The ladies sweat the style like the squirrel sweat the nuts. You know what fella's good for the moolah. Don't smoke no rulers. We the men call me Slick Tip the ruler.
Ooh, you did it to me once again, my friend. I swear you do it to me every time. Cause you stay crazy on my mind. Boy, you got it going on. And on and on and on.
Yeah,
On and on and on. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Last night, I came home, say around 2:45, still so high, hypnotized in a trance from this body, so buttery brown and tantalizing. You would have thought I needed help from this feeling.
Gotta do it, Mecca. Come on, man, do it.
There goes my shirt up over my head. Oh my, ooh, there goes my skirt dropping to my feet. Oh my, ooh, some kind of touch caressing my neck.
Miss Santos, welcome in, sis.
Ooh, I'm turning red. Who could this be? I tried to avoid, but this thing was happening. Swallow my pride, let it ride and parted. But this body felt just like mine. I got worried. I looked over to the left, a reflection of myself. That's why I couldn't catch my breath. Ooh, there goes my shirt up over my head. Oh my, ooh, there goes my skirt dropping to my feet. Oh my, ooh, some kind of touch caressing my legs. Oh my, ooh, I'm turning red with this beat. I looked over to the left.
Every man has a place. In his heart there's a space, and the world can't erase its fantasies. Take a ride in the sky on a ship, fantasize. All your dreams will come true right away, and we will live together until the 12th of never. Our voices will ring forever as one.
Get those horns out, y'all.
Thought is a dream, rushing by in a stream, bringing life to the kingdom of doing.
The range of Lucci's joints.
Take a ride in the sky on a ship, fantasize. All your dreams will come true miles away. Our voices will ring together until the 12th And the light of fantasy, love it like a new degree. Bring your mind to everlasting liberty.
How's everybody feeling out there, man? Happy Friday Eve to everybody. Thank y'all for coming through. Lucci and I greatly appreciate y'all. Whack Alicia, welcome in. Happy Friday Eve to ya.
This is for my number one. This is for my number one. Oh. This is for my number one. To me before I go. Oh. This is hard to say. I wanna make sure I go about this in the right way. Cause lately I've been busy a lot, and I know you don't feel appreciated and whatnot. I used to tell you that your hair looked fly. Kiss you slow and stare in your eyes. Now I talk real foul and slick. Every other sentence is you make me sick.
9Q, I see you, welcome in.
I was your number one pick. Now your heart's half broken and that's hard to fix. I had to dig deep inside myself, cause I can't see you bouncing with somebody else. It's a long journey back to the place we was, when I was too embarrassed to admit I was in love. And you was my good girl that wouldn't give it up. I can't let her self-destruct.
Baby, smile today, cause I've been imagining always. I'm gonna love you better. And your friends will see it too. Just when you think there's nothing else I can do, remember I'm gonna love you better.
When I think about the things we did, and I think about you having my kids, and I think about us sharing a crib, losing all that, God forbid. You deserve flowers and candy, the simple things, in addition to the SLs, baguettes and rings.
Hattie Bear, I see you, welcome in. Producer DJ, welcome in, my fella.
Stop telling you the loving was good. Too busy
Mama!
frontin' in the hood, baby girl.
What up, Classics? Welcome in. Rico Radio, I see you. Welcome in, man.
One more chance, baby, and don't say no, cause I got another side to show. Some say love is painful, it helps you grow. Well, it's time for the pain to go, you know?
Will you smile today, cause I've been imagining always. I'm gonna love you better.
You better, baby.
Just when you think there's nothing else I can do, I'm gonna love you better.
From the top.
Peter, Piper, pick peppers, but run, rock, grind. Humpty fell down. That's his hard time. Jack nimble, what? Nimble. And he was quick, but damn, that's smart. Faster Jacks or J Dick. Now little Bo Peep Cole lost her sheep. And Rip Van Winkle fell a hell asleep. And Alice chilling somewhere in Wonderland. Jack serving Jill bucket in his hand. And Jam Master J flicking at that sound. The turn
There he is, brother Eats Beats.
Don't fall down.
Arch brother, welcome in, man. Welcome in.
Their thing, but Jam Master's getting loose and DMC's the king, cause he's the dog entertainer, child educator, Jam Master J, king of Fader. He's the better of the best believe he's the baddest. Perfect timing when I'm climbing, I'm a rhyming acrobatic, lot of guts. When he cuts, girls move their butts. His name is Jay, in the play, he must be nuts. And on the mix real quick, and I like to say, he's not black, but Straight from Brooklyn, better known as Brooklyn.
Never taking shorts cause Brooklyn's the borough.
Straight from Brooklyn, better known as Brooklyn.
Never taking shorts cause Brooklyn's the borough.
Panic as another manic depressant. Adolescent stares at death. Now what's left when there ain't no God and a whole lot of pride? It might be a homicide, so let the drama slide. We don't want no problems, B. Get your name in the obituary column sheet. Cause life is too short and it just gets shorter. I wish I had a quarter for all my people they slaughter. Last year alone in the dead zone. Walk straight but don't walk late. Cause I'm coming
Maybe
with a hate
Spasms
only
just
made
got
for what
here.
it made me. Cause nobody ever played me. Now it's only getting worse. Buckshot and ace in the land of the waste. Kicking you in your face.
We be doing it up Brooklyn style. What does it take to get you out? My mentality is getting iller. Killer instinct is trying to infiltrate. But wait, I know you want to enter, but I can't let you in. My mind stays the maddest. I'm gone with the wind. Because it is survival of the fittest. When the shit hits the fan, I got my shank in my hand. Black man with the permanent tan. I come from the villa, never ran.
Damn, I'm feeling another part of reality. Hit me when I represent the FAP. Straight from the Ville till then play the building. I mean literally when I say I make a killing. From a cipher, see I'm feeling the Buster Piper. Original heads represent the Brooklyn all-nighter. Do or die, I'm saying this you and I. Bring your click so we can get stoned like family sly. B to C.I. in the bush. Vitamin team, rocking the rock, giving the push.
Straight from Brooklyn, better known as Brooklyn.
Never taking shorts cause Brooklyn's the borough.
Straight from Brooklyn, better known as Brooklyn.
Never taking shorts cause Brooklyn's the borough.
Microphone checker, swinging sword lecture, closing down the sector, supreme neck protector. Better want him, kid, Mr. Mepsa. Falling pop, about to blow his lid from the pressure. Too hot for TV, but easy. Too many wanna be Harvey easy. It's all in together, going all out together. It don't take much to please me. Still, homes are never satisfied like the Stones. We don't condone writing, see them selling crossbones. Protecting what I'm writing, don't clash with the titan. Who blast with a license to kill rap reciting. Come on, in the zone with your from the group home to cow. Your lifestyle, put your lights out. Get this shit to crackin', got you feeling with your pipes out. Time for some action. Surfing the avenue, mad at you. Where I used to battle troops. Back when Antoinette had that attitude. Cover me, I'm going in. Walls closing in. Got us busting off the run. Got issues again. Same song, on with the mega ball. Blow you out the frame, then gone.
Oh, we got one more. We're gonna start. What everybody here is waiting for. Brother TNT. Welcome in, Twin. How you doing, man? Happens girl, welcome in with a re-up, 12 months strong. Good to see you, fam. Happy Friday Eve. You ready? You ready, Lucci? All right, y'all. The moment you have all been waiting for. Before I bring them on, though, let's do this. So for those that you're not familiar with who this super producer is right here that we have today. This is a DJ, producer, remixer from Buenos Aires, Argentina, known for blending hip hop, funk, soul, R&B, and house into a unique musical experience. With a career that transcends borders, he is the first in his family to turn music into a full-time profession. At the age of 18, he got his first international break as a producer in Houston, Texas, working with artists like Waka Flocka Flame, Trey the Truth, Young L.A., Cheddar the Connect. That's from the Cupid Shuffle. This experience shaped his global musical vision, fusing the energy of American hip-hop with the groove and soul of Latin and African American music. His transition into DJing took his career to another level, allowing him to craft a signature style that balances the classics with modern sounds through precise curation. His remixes have been requested by Jazzy Jeff, Mark Ronson, Questlove, Kid Capri, Lord Finesse, Grandmaster Flash, Scratch Bastard. The list goes on and on. Solidifying his presence in the global scene. His music has been featured on many platforms such as Sway in the Morning, Shade 45, Diplo's Sirius XM, Kid Capri's Block Party Mix. It was also included in Jazzy Jeff and Mix's latest mixtape, Summertime. In Argentina, he performs at some of the country's top venues, including Conex, C Art Media, Uniclub, Matienzo, and Groove. He is also the DJ for the iconic 80s party Belle Pop, currently led in his own event, Neon Night. In 2024, y'all, he was invited to what most would say probably the most elite club as a DJ, producer, musician that you can ever be a part of. And that is, of course, Jazzy Jeff's Playlist Retreat, a very exclusive community that brings together the most influential DJs and producers from all around the world. He's also a member of the renowned collective Soul in the Horn and Motown on Mondays, where he shares his musical vision alongside industry icons. Now, there's not much else you can say after that. That is absolutely an incredible achievement at such a young age on top of that. So without further ado, y'all, let's bring on the man himself, DJ Luciano Sola. Welcome in.
Man,
you can speak.
You can hear me?
Can y'all see him? Y'all see him, right?
Okay. I'm already, I'm already blushing.
Speak again.
You can hear me?
I can hear you. I think there's no echo this time. I think we're good. How does it sound, everybody? Y'all can hear?
Let the people talk. Let the people decide. Are we good?
All right. Finally. Damn, my apologies,
What
everybody.
happened?
I have no idea. The feed was just bugging, so I just stopped OBS, started it back, and we're good to go. So I appreciate everybody sticking around.
Recorded the loop part.
Oh, it was terrible. I was hearing it on my end. It was terrible.
I didn't do the just in case. I want to make a beat out of that.
I hear you. Yeah, my apologies, y'all.
So now I can say thank you to everybody. If everybody hears me good, I can be looking at the camera and looking at the screen at the same time. So I'm gonna just be looking this way as if I got you in front of me, as we used to do on Twitch. But it's a good thing for me to be back here. I obviously take a time off. And, when I got invited to do this and to be back to the community, I definitely accepted because it's always good to be back with the Twitch family. So thank you, man, for having me.
Absolutely, man. I had to. We haven't done this in over a year. So when Nisi and I spoke, I'm like, all right, we got to do it big. We got to do it big, and we got to bring on none other than Lucci. And that's when I reached out on a whim, because I'm like, I don't even know if this guy's going to want to do it. You don't know me that well. He hasn't been on Twitch in a minute. So I didn't know where it was going to go. But when I had that conversation with you, the warm welcome that was received was absolutely amazing. And that's when I quickly was able to realize the type of individual that you are. Extremely charismatic, very passionate about everything that you do. And it only made sense that we started 2025 correctly with having you on it, man. So thank you for accepting that. Thank you.
Man,
Big
I
thank you.
appreciate that. You know, everybody who knows me know that I blush constantly when somebody say nice things. So if you'll start seeing red and all that, that's me. That's me because it's like my best talent. You know, let's leave music aside. Blushing is my best talent. So
So that's a challenge, y'all.
man,
You got to make Lucci blush. Got to make Lucci blush.
that used to be a challenge, and I lost every time.
Let's get started because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions about you. Show of let's do a count out of curiosity. Anybody not familiar with Luciano Sola, please put a 1 in the chat. Please put a 1 in the chat if you are not familiar with who Luciano
So we can
Sola
fix
is.
that, right?
Absolutely, because that's part of what this is for. It's about giving you your flowers and letting people know who you are. At Wakalisha, first time. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay, now we cousins.
Not exactly. Not the
Welcome to
kissing
the
kind.
family.
Not the
Now
kissing
we
kind,
know
but
each
definitely
other.
the cousins.
No, those one, no. It's normal down here though, but not that kind.
You know what? Where I'm from too, it's actually very Nova Scotia. Yeah, it's a little wild.
Yeah.
A little wild. All right, but let's get this party started,
is what
y'all.
it is,
So, what age did you start making music?
Oh man, I was a little kid. I was like 12, 13 years old. Um, it was more of a trying to prove a point type of thing because, as you said on the intro, nobody in my family don't even play instruments.
Right.
Everybody loved music, listening to music, and that kind of grew up on me. And you know, when I started saying that I wanted to be a part of that musical world that we enjoy that much, for a family in the place that I live at and in our social and economy type of situation, it was something crazy. You know,
Right.
we have to follow up our data steps. That's the type of job that you can do. It's like something you got to do because it's 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 like a mandate or something like that.
Right.
So when I started being kind of, it's not, the word is not bully because I don't trust, I don't believe my parents did it that way. They didn't want it to bully me. They were worried about me. And I understand that now being grown. And they were telling me that was crazy, that I didn't want it to work like a regular guy and stuff like that. So I decided that I had to prove them wrong.
Right.
So I found a way to, like at 12, 13 years old, I found I don't know if it's good to say this here, but it's been a long time, so I'm gonna say it, a pirated version of FL Studio 6.
Yep.
And I started working with that and trying to learn my way through the whole software because even worse, everything was in English and we speak Spanish down here. So
Oh, they didn't have the
I had
Spanish
to find
bootlegs.
a way to, exactly. I had to basically teach myself how to use the software. So that was the beginning for me.
So, being so young though, what was your biggest, I guess, influence to even want to go down that path?
My sister used to be married to this guy who was a huge funk and hip hop lover. He was the only one in my family who liked that type of music. And he used to show me the videos and show me all that. Keep this in mind. Nobody listened to the lyrics. Nobody understand the lyrics. So I could be listening to Dr. Dre when I was 6 years old and everything will be good.
Right.
Okay. So, you know, it wasn't concerning at that time. So when I saw that world and I saw the clothes and I saw the fashion and I saw everything, I kind of felt that in some point it was so related to the place where I live at because we go through like the same type of things. So it kind of, that path was clear for me. We were the same type of people. We had the same type of life, but they somehow found a way to overcome that and become these people that we see on the videos.
Right.
So I was like, okay, this is clearly what I can do.
Wow. Now, coming from a Latin place and having a very, well, obviously a Latin background, I've noticed that there isn't a lot, if any, Latin influence in your music. Now I know why, but can you tell the people why is that?
Yeah, it's kind of oversaturated down here. Uh, it's like when you just listen too much to something and it never evolves.
Right.
Because if we are being honest, even the Latin music that we hear today, it's just going around the same things that we used to listen to 10 years ago.
Right.
Maybe a little more electric or stuff like that, but it's just the same. The same pattern. It never evolved like, at all, and I kind of get bored easily. I mean, you was talking about my edits and like all the genres that I try to play with.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that I get bored fast.
Right.
When everything is so just the same, just looping like my voice a couple minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
I get bored, so I need to change that. I need to fix that, and I never got caught up in Latin music because it didn't give me nothing that I will feel attracted to. I
Okay.
respect a lot of artists. I respect every artist making music, but I know nowadays most Latin artists, most Latin people, it's making that same type of music, so they don't need me at all to make it. I can do something different, and the world will be still the same place. So
Gotcha. But has ever been a situation, I guess, where some of your local artist friends, were looking for some Luciano production? Has that ever happened?
it did happen, but it did happen when I got the other country's approval.
Gotcha.
In the beginning, everything was like I was the typical situation where everybody was telling me, "You're too young. You're a little kid. You don't gotta be doing this. You can't do this." That was
Right.
like the quote. So when they started seeing that other people from other countries were paying attention to what I was doing, maybe they forgot about my age and they started being interested. But at that point, I kind of discovered other artists too. So that people didn't surprise me at all that much. So it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't something that we connected to like work together.
Gotcha. Now, when you speak on age, I'm not going to let the people know how old you are. You're more than welcome to let them know if you want to. But what's really
Yeah.
interesting is considering your actual age, it is absolutely amazing the amount of musical knowledge that you have and how far back it spans. So, can you talk about how music made its way, I guess, to your country and how you discovered all this great music being from Argentina?
Well, first and foremost, I'm 34. I'll be 35 this year. Uh, One good thing that happens to be a good help for me, it's this little delay that we had with the music from overseas. I kind of I will explain it fast because it's a long story, but I'm gonna try to make it the more entertaining that I can. In the 70s, 80s, in that span, we had a war with England, and our government decided to shut everything that was in English. So we didn't have the movies, we didn't have the music. It was like a couple chosen artists that we get here, and even we had some politics that if I got my Michael Jackson vinyls, the titles will be in Spanish. It won't be in English.
Right.
It was all banned. We didn't had the chance to have access to stuff that was in English. So when everything ended and we started getting the new situation with culture and receiving the albums worldwide and all that, we started getting albums that y'all had in the 88, 89, 90, and it was 95 in here. So, even when I was born, for example, in the 90s, and Dr. Dre Chronic dropped on 92, 93, I got an OG copy that I bought when I was 7.
Right.
So that was 97. That's like 7 years span that allowed me to be connected with music that for y'all maybe was all, but for me it was a new thing.
Wow. Wow.
And well, also about older music, not older music, but music that was before my born year. Uh, I was blessed to live a moment in life where music stores were run by people who know about music.
Hmm.
It's not like they only sell CDs and stuff like that. They knew about music. So when I used to go to record store or something like that, and this dude already knew me, so he was like, "You like this last time? I got this pack of CDs that you might like." So that way, I was getting into a lot of music that I will never be able to get access if it wasn't for him or for those stores. So that also made me feel more curious about what happened. And even with the samples, I like to say the before a producer and a DJ, I'm a music student. I love to know where the sample comes from. I like to see how many times this song was sampled. I like to learn about the whole music thing so I can apply that to my music at the same time. So for a guy who was curious about all that, to get access to music that wasn't around when I was a little kid, and even being a teenager, that was a blessing to for my art, to
Right.
be honest.
Wow. So when you think back to all of this music that you discovered at a young age, who would you say some of your early influences would be, or some of the, I guess, your favorite sounds and favorite artists that you had?
Well, obviously, as I've been talking about Dr. Dre all this time, the West Coast, it's definitely too similar to the place where I live at.
Okay.
It's like even hard to explain, but it's like there's a lot of similarities in even the story about the music business in the West Coast, in the States, and in Argentina, and where I live at. Even better, even funnier, where I live at is the West from my city. So we even share the same part, the same side.
Right.
So definitely Dr. Dre was a big influence. Definitely DJ Quick was a great influence. Definitely Battle Cat. Mostly the West Coast sound, and that was what I could listen to and feel that I was not out of place. It felt like home at the same time. And obviously, when you talk about those artists, you start like digging and hearing a lot of funk artists, electro artists, soul artists, and that same way is the way that you are just discovering where all this music come from, and at the same time discovering other rap artists, rap producers who are using these same samples to make new music.
It's
And
true,
obviously Michael Jackson
of course, and James Brown.
and James Brown, of
Yeah.
course.
For me, I find it absolutely amazing considering age, language, geographical location. To have that type of influence in your music to me is just honestly mind blowing. Because if you and I had a conversation about music, I'm sure you would blow me out of the water as far as your knowledge of samples and all of that stuff. Because I know when we were talking, you were telling me you're a huge sample head too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And what would you say some of your favorite samples of all time would be?
Man, what people was talking about Bob James.
Yes.
I mean, every time that you hear a Bob James track, if you just get a vinyl from Bob James and you start listening to it, you will hear 34, 35, even 40 samples from the same song.
Yep.
And that's magic. And at the same time, even the drums. I remember the first time that I heard about somebody being from the Hispanic world in the rap game was Breakbeat Lou.
Yep.
I don't know if you're familiar with
Oh
him.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, and Breakbeat Lou had the Ultimates Breaks and Beats collection,
Yep.
where he got all these songs that was sampled and used as drums and even some music too.
Yep.
And I used to try to dig and get those to listen to those tracks.
He was taking the hard work.
And now I'm trying to, I had a blessing that like 2 years ago I connected with Breakbeat Lou, and we be discussing all that and talking about that. And now I'm trying to. We were supposed to talk before the stream, but I didn't get time, so we will do it later. I'm trying to, and you will see it when I show my workflow. I made a whole collection of Breakbeat Lou samples that I chopped and got it ready for production. So I'm trying to do something with him and try to release that.
Y'all see that subtle flex right there, guys? The subtle
But
flexing.
that was humble, though.
Yeah, for sure.
That was humble.
No, I hear you, man. You talked about the West Coast and how it was very similar to Argentina. Now, when you and I spoke, you had mentioned there was a heavy musical influence on Argentinians when it came to West Coast music. What was that?
Most of the people that you will talk to in here and will tell you that somehow they like rap. They like rap music, even though it was minimum. Because I remember I met the first guy my age that I met who liked rap music. I met him when I was like 16 years old. So you can get an idea about that.
Right.
Most of the people that I knew that like it was older than me, probably around their 30s. So it kind of made sense though. But they didn't give me no attention because I was young. But everybody who listens to rap music in here, they will tell you the same people as influences.
Right.
Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, NWA.
Yep. Huge influences.
So that's definitely what came here, and I believe it came because the place where I live at is a party place. Even though there's a lot of bad stuff happening, I believe people take that out their heads partying. So probably when they heard the New York rap or other type of rap music, they felt it was to think a lot about what they were listening to, and when they hear the West Coast, they hear party. So I think that kind of makes sense at that time.
Okay. So now we go from Argentina. We got the West Coast, LA. Let's talk about Texas. You got
Trill.
signed. Drake too, yeah. You got signed to a Texas label. How on earth did that happen?
when I was
All the way in
18.
Argentina.
That's a story that I like to tell everybody because it comes to prove that you only need to be determined and to have that ambition and that drive. I remember that during that time, Twitter was like a new thing. Not a lot of people was on Twitter, but probably here, maybe in the States they were more into that. Um, and I got my account on Twitter, and I remember I wrote on a TXT on my computer like a message that says, "I'm a young producer from Argentina. I got beats. How can I send it to you?" And I copied that and pasted and sent it to every artist that their name came across my mind. I would search them on Twitter and send them that message. Uh, and then I heard about the A&Rs and I heard about the managers and all that. And I was like, okay, maybe I should text them too. So I remember I used to send like 600, 650 messages a day on Twitter on that time. I got a count of that. I got all the emails. I still got printed in paper all the emails that I got from that era, which is kind of funny now because a lot of people was like still not so famous, and to read, that I got Nipsey Hussle's email from that time. That's kind of funny now. But I used to do that because nobody could help me, so I had to find a way to do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that was for me the best way to promote my stuff and to see if somebody reply. And one day a management company replied and they put me in touch with other people from the business, and I ended up being signed to a label.
Wow. And what was that experience like?
That was a wrong thing though. That was a wrong thing to do though. But now that you ask that, the experience thing, I have this philosophy that says that if every time you got a blessing, you got a curse, and every time you got a curse, you got a blessing at the same time. It's not just one thing. The signing that seems to be a blessing for me in the beginning, and then ended up being a curse because obviously, as we discussed earlier, you can hear in my voice, I don't even have like the best English now. I even years after of speaking, imagine at that time, I was like 18, 19 years old. So my English was really not that good, to be honest.
It's better than my Spanish.
Send me a contract. Okay, well, I'm going to take that. So I got a contract, and I only read the money part. You know, that was like money enough to buy both my parents a home and one for me too. So I didn't even read the rest of it.
Right.
I just signed, and it ended up being like all the money that I will get for 6 years, and out of that money that you get, you are wasting it too. Not wasting it, spending it in stuff that comes to your career. I mean, if you go to a big studio, you got to pay 50% of the budget. If you are on a meeting with some big artist and you're trying to make a song, you got to pay 50% of the budget too. So everything comes out of that budget. And it wasn't that I will get royalties, that was all the money that I will get. And then let's see what I can do. So, it was like 3 months in, and I had zero money on my account.
Right.
So I was kind of stranded in Houston, Texas, not in the best neighborhood, to be honest, either. Um so I had to find a way to survive that situation. And when I could, I paid the ticket to came back down here and start a normal life again. Started from scratch, find a job, do all that type of things that I didn't want it to do. But I don't think it's a bad thing. Some people get a different type of jobs. I was trying to avoid that, but I had to eventually till I could get back on my feet
Right.
and I could get out of that contract because that was 6 years.
6 year contract. So what would you recommend for any upcoming producers now to avoid
They
them?
don't have to sign nothing.
Right.
I mean, nowadays you got a platform. Just think about this. Back in the day, you didn't have the chance to make your music be heard in Japan.
Right.
Now you can.
Shoot, even people heard my stuff in
And
Japan.
it's all about, of course, man. I remember the first time when Twitch started, and I got a DM from somebody from South Africa telling me he loved my music. I was like, how can my music be heard in South Africa?
Right.
It was crazy. But the thing is that this is internet, and people will listen what they want to listen,
Mhm.
not what somebody will pay for be featured on the show. It's not like the radio or the TV where it's the payola. You go and you pay for slots on the TV show, the radio show, and
Right.
everybody will listen 35 times the same song every day.
Right. Yeah. You're right. And, I've watched a lot of different interviews with artists, and a lot of artists from this generation, they're really pro be your own publishing, be your own company, make your music, and only sign a distribution type of deal with these labels, right? But you still own 100% of your
And now
masters,
you can sign
royalties,
it with
etc.
DistroKid.
Right.
You can sign with DistroKids, and
Yeah.
they will put your music everywhere.
Right.
But it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about the mathematics behind of this. So I signed that contract just reading the numbers. I had to learn that it's better for me to get 100% of what I make, even if it's 1K, than to get 100% of a million somebody else is making for me.
Right.
Uh, so, even when you hear a million, sounds like, whoa, that's a lot of money. You're getting only 1%, and you don't know what else you will have to pay out of that. So, I'd rather have 100% of my 1K than to have 1% of their 1 million. Uh, if I can live with that, why do I need more? We don't need to get the chains and to get the expensive cars and all that. If
Yeah.
we can survive the whole month by making music, we're already rich. This is what we signed up for.
100%. I agree 100%. Just want to say salute to everybody that's coming through. I see y'all coming through. I just don't want to interrupt the chat. Welcome in, everybody. You're just tuning in. This is DJ Luciano Sola, the DJ's favorite DJ, producer's favorite producer.
Man,
Welcome in, y'all.
man.
Welcome in.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. I don't see the names, but shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I definitely miss y'all.
You talk about when you early started distributing your music out. this might be going a little bit off script here, but I'm curious. Do you actually have one of your earlier productions, I would say, that made its way to the streets that people just hopped on immediately and started releasing stuff on? Or even just
Man,
earlier beats, like I guess the early start of
this
your.
was this was this was out of script, as you say. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Maybe I got something to show you. Give me a second.
If it's too much, don't worry. I was just curious because trying to keep it organic at the same time. And that was one of those things that I do typically ask because I'm curious to hear some of the early works of producers because there's a lot of, wannabe producers like myself that get inspired by hearing, where a producer has come from to where they are today. Because the reality is
I think I got this.
a lot of people will just assume that it's okay. Luciano Sola of today was Luciano Sola of 10, 15 years ago when he started his career. But the reality is there is an evolution. There's time and effort and practice that needs to be put into the craft, to get to that level. So for me personally, it's an inspiration. I like hearing some of the early work. However, not everybody is willing
You
to
okay,
share.
Timmy?
Yes.
Let me show you something.
CD.
I don't know if you see that.
Oh, hold on. Just got a notification that
Which
popped up
way?
right
I
in
don't know
front
where
of
to
it.
go. Like
Hold on.
this.
Little Fire? Is that what that
Okay.
says? Yeah.
That was my rap name.
Oh, you used to be a rapper. See, I didn't even know that. We didn't talk about that.
Since you went off script, I got to do it too, right?
Yes, indeed.
This is the thing. This is the thing, and this is the funny part. I started being a producer because nobody make beats down here.
Right.
So I had to make my own beats so I can rap over them. So when I got my first CD, that's that one that I recorded that myself, and I paid somebody to print the CDs like that and to do all the whole thing. I'm not even sure how old I was on that picture. I was probably like, I was probably 14 years old.
Wow.
Probably.
See?
Um,
I'm so glad I went off script.
and I'm glad you did it too. And the thing is that when I dropped this, everybody like in my school, I didn't know if it was like a joke for them or something, but they was like, you can sing this song from that city, you can, and they were asking me to sing, and I realized that I was shy. I didn't feel like singing, man. I started blushing, and I didn't want to be on the stage and nothing like that. So I was like, okay, maybe I can not rap, and I can focus on the beats.
Right. So in the
So
shadows.
that's how it all started.
In the shadows.
Yeah,
Can
something
we
like that.
can we hear some bars? Some Lucci bars?
Nah, man, that's y'all don't want that.
But that's super dope.
Y'all
man.
don't want that.
I'm glad I asked that question. So now you got all these
That was
people,
a good question.
all these people around the world now that are discovering Luciano Sola beats, and then fast forward several years, and your music ends up in the ears of DJ Jazzy Jeff. Talk to us about
That
that whole. We're not going to get into the whole retreat, but I am curious to understand how that first communication, I guess, happened between you and him when he discovered your music.
man, that was I still remember that day. I remember everything. Um, I remember I used to tell all my friends. I got two of them, by the way, but I say all my friends. The one day I will be at Playlist Retreat. The one day Jesse Jeff will hear my music, and stuff like that. And I truly believe that. I worked and I learned and I was trying to evolve constantly to fit on that select club that he was forming. So I remember that day I was sleeping. I woke up that morning and I see the notifications on my phone that I had a new follower and a new DM
Hmm.
and a new comment too. So I was like, okay, who's this? And as soon as I opened my phone, I see Jesse Jeff was following me. Jesse Jeff commented, wow, on one of my tracks, and Jesse Jeff DM'd me to ask me for those tracks. So the first thing that I did, I didn't open that message. I started running all over the house.
I would have done the same.
And I started running all over the house, and I got the same phone. I got my friends, and I was like, "Are you awake? I gotta tell you something." And the first thing that I did was tell everybody that was like trying to follow me on that pattern what just happened. And then I took some time to reply because I didn't want it to sound like a fan. I tried to respond accordingly because you don't want to feel like you don't want to make them feel like you are just trying to get something and not to grow as a professional.
Right.
I know we all people, and sometimes the fan can get out of pocket for stuff like that. So
Right.
I had to calm. I calmed down, and once I was calm, I texted him, and since that day, I can tell that he been super supportive and he been so good to me. It's been a blessing. The amount of people that he introduced me to, and that somehow he put his stamp. He stamped my music and told everybody, "Yo, this is my guy, Luciano from Argentina. He's dope. You shall be connected." And well, you name some of the people that got my tracks, and most of them got my tracks thanks to Jeff. I mean, I still remember the time that he texted me, and he was like, "Man, a friend of mine wants your number. Can I give him your number?" And I was like, "Of course, man, go ahead and do it."
Hmm.
And he opened a group chat, and on that group chat was him, me, and Questlove.
Right.
And I was like, this can't be happening. So stuff like that ended up being something that not only not, I don't only feel that as a gift and a prize in an award or stuff like that. I see that as motivation to keep going, because
Right.
music can be really depressing a lot of times. It's easy to feel depressed when you are just a guy making music in your bedroom.
But sometimes some of
It's
the
not that
dopest
if you feel.
music, just gonna say, sometimes some of the best creations come from this place of darkness and sadness. All right.
Yeah, that too, that too. But this is one thing that I told you on one of our conversations. Uh, you can create something beautiful out of darkness if you stay inside that darkness. When you created something beautiful out of darkness, is because you found a way to step outside the dark side and see some light through that. And
Right.
once that you created something out of that, you just lighten up the whole room.
Hmm.
So that's the thing. A lot of time people be like, "No, when you're depressed, you will create the same music." Now, when you're depressed, you lay in the bed.
Right.
I've been depressed, and I didn't want it to be out of my bed. Uh, when you are in a bad situation and you somehow find a way to see something positive out of that situation, then you probably will create something beautiful.
Right. Yeah. No, that definitely makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Can you I don't know if you remember what song it is, but do you remember what song it was that he discovered?
The
Yeah.
one Jeff asked me,
Yeah.
"Romantic Call"
Patra.
by Petra.
We're gonna get to that one later.
I got that one, and I mixed that one with Soul to Soul,
Okay.
Jesse's group, and somehow that's a funny story because now that you mentioned that, uh, I wasn't making music. It's been like a whole month that I didn't make no tracks,
Right.
and my mama was around in the place, and she was like, "It's been a minute since the last time that I saw you making music."
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah, because I don't feel like I got other stuff in my head."
Right.
And she kind of pinched me. She's good at that. She told me, "You didn't lost it, right?"
Mm.
So I was like, I didn't lost nothing." So I kind of did that on the spot to like shut her up. and that ended up being the track that he liked. So and he still played. I mean, being at Players Retreat and he playing that track, it's kind of crazy. It's even more poetic at the same time because we met for that track and we are right now in the same room and you playing that same track.
Right.
So that's kind of beautiful too.
If you don't mind, let's play this joint for everybody.
Okay.
Well, I don't think it's coming through. Hold up. Hold up. All right, let's try that.
Watch this. Yeah, me know. I'm on a romantic call. I'm talking to my baby down on me.
No, we're good.
I'm on a romantic call. My man Pacha now go take me fraud. Watch this. Hello, mommy. Can I speak to Bobby? Cross the ocean. I'm feeling very lonely if I'm asleep. Mommy waking for me. I'm on the phone. I want to talk to my baby. Don't call love and help when you feel lonely. Him can tell you things make you feel sexy. I'm on a romantic call. I'm talking to my baby down on me. I'm on a romantic call. My man Pacha now go take me fraud. What?
Yeah, that's instant banger right there. I can definitely see why Jazzy would want to reach out after that. He'd be like, who the hell made this? And I need it now. Now, when he did reach out to you, though, was there a part of you that just like said, you know what? Let me send him the link to my Bandcamp?
No, at all. Because I learned something. That a lot of times promotion gets you more money than an actual sale.
Right.
So I knew if he played, all the people who listen to him will listen to it and will be interested in buying it. So I'd rather let him have it for free and let him promote my stuff that way.
DJs are the new A&R, the new radio stations that are making all this music known.
Like that, man.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
Like that. The thing is that it kind of got messed up in the middle, but DJs has been that all their life. So
right. Oh, if anybody wondering where you can find Lucci's stuff, I see you, Big Mark. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see his Patreon link there. So you had a lot of DJs that moved over from Bandcamp because of, I guess, licensing conflicts of making remixes of songs and not necessarily giving any royalties and stuff like that to the original owner. So a lot of people end up moving over to Patreon.
The issue they don't want to fix.
Right. And it's not really that hard of a solution either.
That.
Yeah, I mean, they already have the ability to tag the artists who you are sampling music from in the track itself. Now they just need to implement some sort of...
the thing is that it's not about the artist. That's the thing. It's not about the artist.
Okay.
It's all about labels. That's the thing.
Right.
I mean, if they want to fix it like that, I got a quick solution for you.
Right.
Every label can set up a catalog of their own artists, their own tracks. You can click the artist, you can click the song, register your track as a remix, and now the label, the artist, and yourself are making money.
Right. Absolutely. That's why all my stuff
They got their own in-house producers. They got all that stuff. So they want to keep it in the family. That's the thing.
Yeah. The labels are super greedy. Super, super greedy, unfortunately. It's something that I hope in time will definitely change a lot. You definitely have a lot more artists and musicians now that are going independent and not relying on labels. So labels, if you're out there, you need to get your ish together. Start paying people properly.
And the thing about the labels, something good happened. Now that we're talking about Jeff and we're talking about the game, I remember he said something while at the retreat that resonated with me because I was in a hard place when it comes to releasing music, my own music, not only edits or remixes, because I was mad. I was mad about what happened to me with my first contract.
Right.
And he said something that it was really, really interesting to listen to. the is are you mad to the music? I was like, no, I'm not. He was like, who you mad to with? I'm mad with the label. And he said, well, now you don't need a label. Don't put all that angry feelings that you got towards the label mess up your relationship with the music.
Right.
So if you are not mad with the music, go ahead and drop some music. You don't need the label.
And he's absolutely right. That was the same strategy that Master P used. Rather than going with the label, he's like, I'm just gonna sell all this music out of the trunk of my car. And then fast forward now,
Yep.
dude's a millionaire.
And somehow look at how powerful that decision was for him. Somehow we in Argentina used to have the no limit albums.
Right.
Don't ask me how, but somehow those albums made it here. I still got OG copies of those records.
Right. That's crazy. That is crazy. I see a bunch of Jazzy Jeff Retreat people in the chat. B-Man, Jim Sharp, who, if I'm not mistaken,
God,
you
B-Man.
had the luxury of meeting as well while you were out there, right?
Yeah, man, and that was amazing. That was amazing. You know, I'm also a fan. I already told them this. I'm a fan of music. That's what I am before I am a producer and I am a DJ. I'm a fan. I'm a music lover.
Right.
So I had two funny situations. One meeting Jim. It was really beautiful for me because we've been talking, DMing each other, sharing music, but we never thought that we will meet each other if he didn't come to Argentina or I didn't go to the UK.
Right.
So that situation when I saw him stepping in, that was dope. And with B Man, that I told him this too. When Jeff invited me, he told me I couldn't say I couldn't tell nobody a word. I was really wishing to tell B Man because we shared a lot of conversations talking about how much we wanted to be at the Players Retreat.
Right.
And when Jeff invited me, the first guy I wanted to tell was B Man, and I couldn't. So when I saw him stepping in, that was like a moment full of joy because I knew how much he wanted that too. It was a good thing to see people that they wanted did that as much as me to be able to fulfill it too, and that we could share it together because it was our first time too. So we were like newbies all getting together and trying to just get the best out of every situation. So
Right.
that was definitely beautiful. And I know you had Jim Sharp in here.
Yes.
You need to get
Shout out
B-Man
Jim
to
Sharp.
show you how he make his tracks.
Absolutely. B-Man, if you're hearing this, we're going to get you on, man. We're going to get you on. But yeah, if anybody is
That
not
dude is
following
crazy.
Just B-Man No DJ, the way that he breaks down joints with the samples and the videos and everything, it is absolutely incredible, man. So please, everybody, make sure y'all following Just B-Man, Jim Sharp, all the DJs that we've had up in here, man.
And
Trust
everybody,
me.
man,
Absolutely.
everyone in here who make edits, you might be next.
Everybody. I'm working my way towards it. My Bandcamp is slowly growing. We're gonna get there, man. We're gonna get there. But
Of course.
on another note, somebody who is eventually going to experience that same feeling that you had about getting the call and not being able to share that with anybody, Miss DJ No Nay. I messaged her this morning just on a whim, like, you know what? I had this thought. I'm gonna put it out in the atmosphere. I have a feeling you're gonna be next. That's gonna be invited to that retreat. So everybody,
Hopefully.
yeah, put that in the air for DJ No Nay, y'all,
She's
because
been working definitely hard.
yeah, we've had her up on the producer spotlight as well, and she makes incredible joints too, man. So another super dope DJ to make sure y'all follow. You were talking about conversations that you had with people. What was your conversation with Jeff when you actually met him for the first time in person, and what was maybe something that that resonated right away? I know you mentioned a little something earlier as well, but when you first had that encounter, what was that like? What did you guys talk about?
That was kind of funny. We laughed because we dap each other like if we knew for a lifetime. Dapping, it's always been a bad situation for me because you never know if you got to grab, if you got to punch, if you got to do something like that. So you got to pay attention to the whole thing. And as soon as I saw Jeff, we basically gave a slide dap and just hug each other, and that felt like somebody who really supports you.
Man.
That was heartfelt. No words were needed at that time at all. So I believe that spoke enough at that time. I was already so excited. I didn't want to say nothing because I was still daydreaming.
Right.
That's the real thing. I was daydreaming, and then later on, I was like probably the first, yeah, probably the first guy who came there. I came there with the Maceo
Mm-hmm.
and Corey Mackenzie, who's Dark Child's
Yeah.
daughter or niece,
Yeah, you
something
were
like
telling me.
that. Uh, so we were like the first three who was there, and Jeff started playing some tracks, and as at the moment he played one of my tracks, and that's where he looked at me and we started talking about that too. I
Right.
told him that that was a dream for me, and he told me, man, it's not more of a dream now, it's reality because you'll be working for this. So
Right.
that was everything that happened on playlist. And every time that somebody asks me something and I say this, and they be like, what you mean? All the best things that I got from the playlist retreat are probably not music related, but about human.
Right. But
The
that
music was
human,
dope, but that was something that I expected. You expect to hear beautiful music at a place like that,
right.
but you never know how people will be because you don't know them.
Right. But I think some of that great
So
music creation will also come from having a very strong personal foundation. So everything that you would have picked up, all the conversations you had with people definitely would put you in a state of mind to make you that much better.
yeah, yeah, and when you just step in a place where you see your idols and they treat you like you knew all of them from years. I mean, like from joking with Maceo. I met Maceo that day, and that same day we had an inside joke that we repeated the whole week. Then Law Finesse. I told somebody in here when I was like 15 years old that one day I would work with Law Finesse, and everybody laughed at me. And now I'm here talking with Law Finesse, and he knows who I am. He knows my music. He is thankful about me sending him my music, and I'm like, this just can't be happening, because or even the time there was this time that, and B Man won't let me lie. We was just hanging around there, and somebody tell us that Ryan Leslie was giving a conversation,
Hmm.
and we look at each other and we was like, right, we used to look this guy on YouTube making beats to get inspiration, and
Wow.
now he's just right there talking to us like we've been friends for a lifetime.
Wow.
So stuff like that is like music being dope. There's no way that you get all those dope musicians around and you won't hear dope music.
Hmm.
But I came home and I felt like a little kid when the camp is over and you don't know when the next time that you will spend a couple of days with your friends. That's how I felt.
Wow. Now, you've obviously experienced a lot of successful moments in your life. But you and I, we spoke about, despite there being so many successful moments, there's just still moments that you would go through where you don't feel like it's enough. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, well, that's a syndrome that I got. I call it never be happy with what I already got and always wanting more. And a friend of mine told me once that I should start being happy about the things that I already got at the moments that I got them,
Right.
and not be thinking about what's next. And that's something that maybe I'm not the only one who goes through this. Maybe somebody else in the chat is listening to this and will be helpful. When you be thinking always forward, you stop enjoying the good things that are happening in your life. Uh, I mean, just to put it like that, when I got the call from the playlist, I was super happy. But then I was like, it's already something that it's already happening. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, now what's next? So I felt like somehow I was boycotting my whole feeling about something that I was expecting for a long time.
Right.
Uh, and that even happened when I came back. I came back home and I was like, okay, now I gotta do better. And what I mean, if I'm already doing this good and doing all these things, why I don't be just keep the tracks that I'm doing and just keep working that way? Why I gotta be better? I gotta be. Everybody can be better, obviously, but it's not like something that you need to do in order to success every day of your life.
Right.
There will be days that you will be better. There will be days you will be worse. But don't don't lose the time to enjoy the good moments, uh, because those are the ones that will motivate you when you are not feeling good.
Right. I can see from the chat it's definitely a real thing, and I think it's something that is very common amongst creatives in general. I mean, even myself, so early on in my personal DJ and music creation career, I have moments like that where I'm like, this isn't good enough, right? So it's like I'm always trying to chase something. And sometimes, unfortunately, when you think that way, in that brief moment, it could have a negative impact where I find you go through a moment where you're not able to create anything because your mind is not in the right mindset. And you just got to kind of wait for that moment to pass, for everything to kind of come back. But I mean, it seems like a very general consensus in the chat that this happens to all creatives. So you're not alone, man.
Because
You are
we
not
are
alone.
creators, and it's not something you go and buy on a grocery store, and you get. Can I get a couple bags of creativity? It's
Mm-hmm.
not like that.
Right.
It's a full day work that you gotta do in order to be focused on that time that you give yourself out the day to work on some music. You gotta make sure that nothing else is bothering you. And if I sit on my computer and all I'm thinking is, yo, this dude dropped a fire track, now I gotta be better than him.
Right. Yeah.
How can I be creative if I'm being competitive?
Right. Do you
So yeah,
no,
go
carry
ahead.
on. Carry on. No, finish your thought.
No, what I was telling is that we are constantly trying to be the one to do everything. I want to be the one to break this song into a remix. I want to be the one to find this sample and show it to the world. I want to be the one to, I don't know, sing this song. I want to be the one to have this dude playing trumpet on my track. And you can't be the one at everything.
Right.
And you got to start celebrating when other people is the one to do that. And my DJs in here will tell you, every time B Man discover a new sample, I would tell him, "Dude, you crazy." Man, I play with him and I be like, "Man, I'm mad I didn't discover it."
Right.
Just playing like that. Or when Jim Job drops something good and I'm like, "Man, this is dope. I gotta share it." Even with None and everybody. If I can promote everybody, I will be doing it. But I
100%.
try not to be so much to my phone because that drives you crazy. Uh,
That's a
but
perfect
the thing is
segue.
that
Mhm.
that's the thing. You can be enough, but the thing is that you gotta learn that you can be only yourself and that you can be better than your last track, but you can try to be better than everybody's making music because everybody got different heads, everybody got different stuff in their head, everybody got different thoughts and feelings and all that. So we all will create something, and there's room for all of us. So it's not a
Absolutely.
competition. It's music. We love music, and I hope everybody create dope music so we music lovers can have a lot of dope music to listen to.
Yep. And I agree 100% because the reality is this, you can give 10 producers the same piece of vinyl. And even though you may have a bunch of them that will sample the exact same part of the record, the chances of them being sampled the same way is very unlikely. So sharing
Man,
at the end of the day doesn't hurt nobody.
we proved that during playlists we got a game. One of the activities that we had, we got samples from an artist, and we all got the same samples.
Right.
and we had to create a full track for the next day. You know, we got them tracks at like 10 p.m. and at next day 5 p.m. it should be a full track, mixed and mastered and all that things. And if you could listen to all the tracks that were produced out of the same artist, you would think that it had nothing to do with anything
Right.
because everybody gave them their own point of view to the sample that they grab. And maybe it happened to me that I heard people using the same sample that I used, and I was like, "Oh, they're using the same thing." And then I listened to the full track, and I could even see where they put that sample. So that's the magic about creativity. That we don't have the same brain, we don't have the same way to create things, and that happened with your point of views, or even when you are seeing a vision that what you will become, and you expect everybody to see that, and that's not possible, man. No, not they don't have your eyes, they don't have your brain, they don't see the things that you are seeing. So
Right.
you just got to go and let your heart guide you through the whole process. And even when it's difficult, you got to think what is difficult to you, to quit or to keep going,
Right.
because it's just a decision away.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to B Man for not gatekeeping all of his sample finds and making very complex videos breaking down exactly how a song was sampled and turned into the stuff that we hear today. So big shout out to B
And
Man.
B-Man is the type of guy that if I need something, and I text him and I be like, "Man, do you happen to have this?" If he do have it, he will just send it to me. And that's same thing with Jim Jarb. He released the tracks and he released the acapellas and the instrumental and all that. And that's something though, because not everybody have the tools.
Right.
So when you have them to share it with other creatives, man, I think that's the best thing you can do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Actually, on that too, shout out to DJ None because I've reached out to None a couple of times to get some either instrumentals or acapellas for joints that I just cannot find anywhere. So thank you, None. Thank you. You kind of touched on this a bit as well at the tail end of what you were saying when you were talking about the importance of work-life balance and taking care of yourself and listening to your body. So when and why did you come to this realization?
I got I got a live proof of that. It's not that I came to that realization just because I'm smart enough to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, I wasn't smart enough to pay attention to it. But as La Finesse said, if you don't say it and you don't schedule the time for your body to rest, your body will take it whenever he wants. And it won't be looking at your calendar and nothing like that.
Right.
So, I basically can tell that I spent the last, I don't know, since before the pandemics, probably, yeah, 2020. And I didn't took a break since that time. Even if I go and visit my friend who lives at the mountains, I take my computer with me and I work while being there. Um so I don't take time for me to rest and my body to heal.
Mm-hmm.
And after playlist retreat, I started having some bad health situations. First, I lost my voice for like 2 weeks. I couldn't talk. It was kind of, everybody was mocking me because I had a couple gigs set up and I was all over the place, not even being able to talk. And they would tell me something. I was like, um, so that happened for 2 weeks. And then I started having some pain in my back that ended up keeping me almost half my body paralyzed. It started on my neck, it went straight to my shoulders, then to my elbows, then to my wrist, and took over my hand.
Wow.
So half this part of my body was even I wasn't even able to move. So I had to spend like a little bit more than a month not being able to make music and reply emails or do nothing because I couldn't use my the arm that I used to do everything. So I kind of, since that day, as you can see, I don't know if y'all can see it here, but I got like a little list with a schedule and where I got to take my breaks, how many time I can use my computer, and how many time I got to take off at a certain time of the day, and to kind of make my body feel respected at the same time that I make my brain feel happy about the chance of making music. So I had to find a balance, and I recommend everybody to do that because you won't lose nothing more than health if you don't take that hour of resting.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, it's happening to so many people, you know, as the days progress. That happened to Shortcut, happened to the homie in Musication. Same thing. He was kind of paralyzed from like the neck down. So yeah, it's extremely important for us to pay attention to our bodies and not try to push it aside because
we
you
are
might be
used to
working on
this
something.
mentality that we don't work, we don't eat.
Right.
That's the thing. So that's the way that I see that. Even when I was feeling like that, and it was painful too. That was the worst part, because if it was something that I just couldn't move, that would be depressive. But it
Right.
was something, but it was painful too. So I was in pain. I was not being able to move or do nothing. But in my head, I was thinking, man, I'm not making music. How can I make some money?
Right.
So that's the mentality that will make you feel like that. When you just don't respect your body, you only be following the money flow. And if you don't have the health to enjoy that money, why you making money?
Yeah. I mean, another thing as well that a lot of us do, including myself. I have my moments where I go through that as well, where I find myself mindlessly scrolling through social media for extended periods of time. And I know you and we spoke about social media. What are your thoughts on social media?
Nah, it's a trap, man. Social media is a trap. Social media will got you feeling like you ain't enough. Social media will have you feeling like your music ain't good enough. Social media will have you feeling that everybody's good, but you are not. And social media will got you thinking that the only thing that you need to be blessed in this life is for a lot of people who don't even know you, who don't even care about you or your life, to like on your stuff, to feel validated or something like that. Don't get me
100%.
wrong, it's beautiful when people support what you do, but it's not a thing about watching how many people like this and how many people like what I do. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this because, oh, I'm over this. I struggle with that too. I struggled a lot in the past. I still struggle every now and then. But the best thing that I found is to set an amount of time to spend on social media.
Right.
So I got my phone. I can spend 45 minutes a day on Instagram, and then it will shut down.
Nice. I need that.
So
I
I
need that
will
for my
use that
kids.
45 minutes to post something. If I had to post something, I will use it for that, and I will open it a couple of times in the day to reply some DMs in case
Right.
I got something. But if not, man, that's vicious. I mean, you are used to do that. It's easier to just scroll like that and see content constantly, constantly, constantly. It gets you trapped. It's not something that is just because you are you and you are weak to not fight it. Man, it is what it is. It's like that. The
Right.
images, the music, the sound, uh, everything. It's like trying to make you feel like you are not enough, and start make you to start hating other people for being more successful on that than you.
Right. And it truly is a false representation of how good or bad something might be. And I say this because, let's say I put up, a new joint that I did. I posted on IG and there's only 15 people that like it. That 15 people that liked it is not a real representation of how good or bad the song really is. For one,
At all.
you got people that might not have even seen the post. You have some that, well, they may just like it because they're supporting. So at the end of the day, it's like those numbers don't really mean anything, and we really should just be using this social media platform as a means to advertise to the best of its ability, right? Like when we were prepping for this stream today, yes, I heavily relied on social media to get the word out. But the reality is it didn't reach 100% of, people that I wanted it to reach, right? As hard as you try, it's never going to be 100% of anything. So we should really just look at it as a tool that's going to assist in getting the word out of, whether it's something that we're doing on a stream or a new joint that we are releasing, and that's it. I mean, and that same thing applies to even like pictures. People will put pictures of themselves on social media, and for them, it's like, okay, I only got 50 likes, so people are not liking the picture. And then you get down on yourself, right? And it really is very counterproductive, right?
It's the approval. We be just like looking for other people approval, and this is something that I try to get it as my motto.
Right.
When I make music, I make music for myself.
Yeah.
You don't hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. Sorry,
Oh,
no,
I thought you
my
was making
that was
some
my
sign to
son.
me.
No, my son was coming down. That's why.
Okay. When I make music for myself,
Right.
and I only drop it when I like it. So if I like it, that means it's dope.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care if 2,000 people think it's dope or two people think it's dope.
Right.
It's dope for me. And every time that I play music, I will play that track because I think it's dope.
Right.
And I think we got to start believing our own mentality of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
If you think you're dope, if you are doubting that, if you are just like trying and post it to see if people like it, then it's not good enough.
You gotta be
You're just trying to reach.
You gotta be your biggest fan first.
Yeah. You will be your biggest fan and your worst critic at the
Right.
same time.
Wow. So coming from Argentina, we're gonna completely switch gears here. We got a couple more things that we wanted to discuss really quickly before we get back into the music. But one of them is your English is incredible, man. How on earth did you learn English so well? Considering where you live and people around you.
I say I got the ghetto dictionary. Um, when when I the first my first intro to English was obviously rap music. So just imagine the kind of words that I knew in the beginning. I couldn't talk like that. I will be cussing out. I'm even like struggling not to cuss because that's the first thing that comes to my head. And I know you got your kids around.
Oh, they can't hear none. You can go ahead, cuss away.
No, I was just now do it for the sake of it. And I don't want to do it either. But that's the first thing that I learned. The rap dictionary was like my first introduction to English. And what I started doing is started trying to learn what those words meant in Spanish. And then every time that I wanted to say something, circle around those words
Right.
so I can use the words that I knew. I kind of realized that I didn't know that much English when I get to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Then I knew I didn't know English. The accent was different. Everything was different. So I was trying to get used to the lingo, the words that they use, the accent, the way they use the different letters to
Mhm.
make noises and stuff like that. So I kind of realized that I started learning more English when I was getting used to be there, and I started dreaming in English. That's a crazy thing to happen to you.
Really?
Because if you think about it, you don't pay attention to what language or what sounds you do on your dreams.
Right.
You're just dreaming.
You had a-
And I remember that time. Tell me.
No. Keep going.
I realized that time I was dreaming and everybody was speaking in English and I was understanding the whole thing.
Wow.
So I didn't know if that was the correct English or not, but that was on my dream, so it was correct. But that day I kind of started seeing things different,
Mhm.
and what I realized to this point right now is that I got like a little switch that I got to be changing depending on the situation, and it happens. For example, when I'm the last time that I was in New York, I was with Jamie Art, who's speaking Spanish too. So every time that I was speaking with somebody, I was speaking in English, and Jamie asked me something in Spanish, and I got to reply to Jamie in English to realize that I'm still speaking in English. So I got to turn that switch back to Spanish. To,
Yeah.
it's kind of a mess, but I don't think my English is perfect. I just think that I can make myself understand with the words that I know.
Well, I will say this, and I'm sure everybody agrees. Your English is fantastic. Um,
Well, I appreciate that, man.
I look at it from this angle. Your English is better than my Spanish. Period.
And I
So,
told you I take that. That's a
right.
good way to see it.
But coming back to your dreams, though, that is hilarious. So I speak two languages. I speak both English and French, and I've probably been speaking French since the age of 5. But I can honestly say I don't think I have ever had a dream in French. So that is wild.
See?
That is wild. And who
But
else?
I bet if you ever go to a place where you are constantly speaking in French,
Right.
you will start dreaming in French.
Wow.
Because that's from your head. Your brain, there's a reason why it's your brain. Your brain will make you think about stuff that be happening around you.
Right.
And that's the way it works.
True. Who else in the chat speaks two languages and has had a dream in their opposing language? That's wild. That is wild. Because I've heard stories about stuff like that before, but it's not very often that you'll find somebody that is able to dream in their opposing language. So that's crazy. That is crazy. Let's see here. If I understand correctly, you're working on a new project.
Yeah, I'm motivated out of that playlist retreat and those words from Jeff, and also some conversations with Lord Finesse,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously the amazing people that I made, being surrounded by geniuses like that.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got inspired to work on my first album as a producer and to invite different people that I met there to collab with me and create some type of new art, if you want to say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a beautiful feeling to be able to put it all together. It's also exhausting because you got to think about everybody's times, being not in the same places. But for example, I got somebody from Europe is not on the same time that in the US, and it's not in the same time somebody in Jamaica is not in the same time that somebody from Argentina.
Right.
So, we gotta be just fixing everybody's time to be able to collab somehow or share ideas and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm working on that first EP that it was long overdue. But
Nice.
I'm trying to work too hard on it because I'm my worst critic, and I don't want to make something that I'm not really feeling 100%. And what is a good reference for me? When I be making edits and the music that I'm making for the edits, I'll be like, yo, this is too good for turning it into an edit. I got to make it a new song.
Right.
So when stuff like that happen and I put that aside, I start feeling like this will be a good one.
Nice. Do you mind playing us a sample, a little snippet of this new project of yours?
Let me see if I got something here.
Just a little taste.
Give me a second.
I think that might have went off script a little
I
bit.
want to play something. I want to play something for y'all. It will show you about my love for samples and stuff like that.
Right.
Give me a second. I believe I may have to change my screen so y'all can see the software and all that. You will have to tell me if you listen to me and all that, okay?
Okay.
Give me a second. Do you see
Yep, I see your.
the music software?
Yes.
Okay, let me try something. Y'all gotta let me know if you'll listen to what I'm about to play. This is just the bass, and if y'all hear this, I'm gonna show the rest of it. Y'all hear that?
Oh yeah.
What about the people in the chat?
Chat. Do y'all hear the music?
Okay,
Yes.
this is
Perfect.
one of the beats that I'm working on that will be a part of my project, and we still had to work on it to reveal who will be featured on, but it sounds something like this. It's all replayed though, even on the group.
Thank face activated.
Okay.
Fire. And who was playing the instruments on this joint? Please let the
This
people
is the
know.
good thing about it, this thing we were talking about. To have Corey Fonville from Butcher Brown playing drums, it's definitely a good thing.
Nice.
Uh, some part of the bass are from cartoons. Uh,
Name
so you
dropping.
know, it's it's definitely a good thing when you get a chance to talk with people and collab on something like that. And I don't want to tell yet who we got about to sing on it or rap on it,
No, that's a secret.
but it will be released on in due time.
Yeah, y'all gotta
But
wait.
you know, yeah, of course, you already have something that nobody heard, so that's a good thing. And I was about to show edits, and I ended up showing a new track. So
We're gonna do the edits. I got one last one before we get to the production side of things. You mentioned a whole bunch of big names. You had cartoons. You mentioned the Funky Man himself. You mentioned B Man earlier. So let's come back to the retreat really, really quickly. Is there something? Well, I'm sure there's many things, but what about the retreat in particular that you would like to talk about that the people would love, like absolutely love to hear? Whether it's something inspirational.
there's a good thing. There's a good thing that I will share because it touched me really deep. And everybody who knows me know that even though I love music and I love to share what I know about music and what I think about music, I think that it's more important to share the human side of it.
Right.
So I think if we can make something human out of this, it will be the best thing to share. I had a chance to meet DJ Clark Kent.
May he rest in
And
peace.
as we all know in here, rest in peace. As we all know, a couple of weeks after the retreat, he passed sadly. And I had this situation with him in which he heard some of my music and he was like, I love it. You got to send it to me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to send it as soon as I get to the trailer. And he was like, no, that's too late. You got to bring your computer here. You got to send it now. And I didn't understand uh, how urgent it was at that time. But what I learned is the he was sharing really important stuff about life in one of his hardest times. He told me the tomorrow is too late.
Yeah.
It's now. We are here together right now, and if I got to tell you something, I got to tell you that today, now, right now, as we speaking. I
Right.
can't hang the phone out and then when this gets done, call you up and tell you something because it can be too late. So that's something that I learned from the retreat, and it kind of cut deep because it's like something that you know about life, how sudden it can end, but till the time that you don't feel it like that close. When I was speaking with these people 2 weeks ago, and now this happened, that's the moment when you kind of realized how that is not just a quote that people say to make you feel bad or something like that. That's
Right.
life. So that's something that I got from the retreat, and I will be thankful forever because not only I learned about how valuable time is, and I believe I told you this story. I don't know, but I'm gonna share it with the people. Somebody told me a story once that it says this genie just appeared in the middle of nowhere and asked the guy what was his biggest wish. So this dude was like, I want to have $1 million. Just let's say like that. And the genie say, okay, I can give you the $1 million, but you will only live today. Will you accept that? And this dude was like, nah. And the genie was like, that's because your biggest wish is to live, not to have $1 million.
Right.
So, we don't value life enough. We definitely don't value life enough. And we got to start doing that before it gets too late because that's the only moment where we can change that.
Absolutely.
So definitely, that's a good thing. Now, I not only learned the value of time with Clark, but I only learned that even in your worst times, you can be positive and you can show love. Because that's what I
Absolutely.
do. I saw DJ Clark Kent showing love to everybody. Everybody. I didn't see a mean mug. I don't see no bad attitude. I saw love. So, that's definitely a lesson.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Last question, because this is one of the big parts of the stream that we were looking forward to.
Okay.
As far as your music production, what are the tools that are heavily used, I guess, for your production? So you mentioned Fruity Loops earlier.
Yeah.
What else? What else do you
I still
use?
use Fruity Loops.
The cracked version or
And
the cracked
I
English
found out
version?
I found out something. Yeah, no, I got the English. I played the fifth. I won't reply that. Uh, I played the fifth. I know you're lost. I know you're lost. Um, but the thing is that I realized that I don't use a lot of things, and I got a lot of stuff because I'm thankful because a lot of people be just like giving me free BSTs and stuff like that that I can use. But I realized that I'll be always using the same things,
Right.
and I think that's a good thing because it forces you to learn how to use stuff well.
Mm-hmm.
When you got all this stuff in here, like you open a BST folder, you got 72 different bases. You don't know what to do with all those bases.
Right.
You will probably never use 70 of those. So when you got the right things, the things that you like, that's the best equipment you can use. And of course, and this is something that I will always share with everybody. You don't need expensive equipment to make music. I made all the music that you heard on your stream while you was making the DJ set, and this thing that you just heard in here, I made that with this. This is all my keyboard. I never had a MIDI keyboard. I don't have equipment. I don't have an MPC. I don't have nothing. This is what I have. I have a laptop and I have that. And
Right.
if
I
you
was.
ask me, it never stopped my music being good or something like that. So you don't need to spend thousands of dollars to make music. You don't gotta use that as a reason not to make music.
Right.
To make good music, you only have to feel it. And if you feel it, you know how to put those feelings into music, then you got it.
Right.
That's the only thing you need.
And just for clarity for everybody in the chat, when he said keyboard, he literally meant a QWERTY keyboard used for your computer. Oh, we got ourselves a raid from DJ Classics. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for bringing your family over. Greatly, greatly appreciate y'all. Welcome in, everybody. We're in the middle of Producer Spotlight, interviewing none other than super producer DJ Luciano Sola. So welcome in, y'all. So yeah, continuing on with your production. So yeah, Fruity Loops, keyboard, and as y'all can hear, the stuff that he's been creating with those simple tools are
Man, when I came
insane.
back from the playlist, somebody gave me some type of a deal to get these monitors
Mm-hmm.
and this MIDI keyboard that I don't even know how to use.
Right.
So it's plugged, but I never use it yet. But you know, the thing is that I kind of felt bad the first time when I started talking about this because I felt like everybody knew how to use equipment and I didn't. And at the end of the day, I was like, okay, we all at this same spot,
Right.
with or without equipment. So it's not something that will make me or break me.
Jordans don't make
So
you jump
I
higher.
recommend everybody. Of course. I don't recommend nobody to feel like something is not doing good because their equipment is not expensive enough.
Right.
You don't need expensive equipment. Definitely don't need it. You just need a good pair of ears and some nice taste in music. That's all you need.
I agree 100%. And I think that starting out as well, anybody that's looking to, go down the production journey themselves, I think having access to a whole bunch of VSTs and tools and everything all at once can be so intimidating where you end up just not being able to create anything at all. Right? I've personally been a witness to that where, yes, I have access to a software, came fully loaded with all the VSTs. Honestly, I've been recording things off of Serato just because I'm not even sure what to even do. There's just so much stuff. Right? So definitely agree with that. Did you want to walk us through your production and your personal workflows as far as how you create?
Let's do that.
Shout out DJ Classics.
Now you might see my FL Studio screen. If I ain't wrong.
Yes.
Well, as we've been talking about earlier today, I like to use samples. And I like to create out of stuff that is already created and that I enjoy. So, for example, on this track, I will show you the track first, and then let's do it like this. Give me a second.
And just for those that might not be familiar with the whole process, so when he mentioned that he likes to use samples, there's a couple of different ways of producing. So you have some producers that literally will just create music from a keyboard, just using instrumentation or using sounds from a particular DAW or production software. Producers like Lucci, he likes using sounds and samples from already created music. So going the old school way, digging into the vinyl, grabbing some melodies or bass or drum, kicks, snares, whatever, and making something from those things.
This is an example. This is the track that I will walk you through. So, as you all might hear, the first thing that you hear is that Eric B and Rakim sample. That is not just an Eric B and Rakim sample. It's
Right.
from before, but it sounds like this. And I only use that because of the percussion because I replay the sample the bass myself. And when you hear all of that together, it sounds like this.
Layers.
Of course. Then you got this Jimmy Castor Bunch classic sample. From It's Just Begun. And this is where the samples gets better for me in my opinion because y'all hear this percussion. Well,
Nasty.
that's the original sample for the drums from Jimmy Castor Bunch. So let me see if I take that off, it sounds like this. So what I did is muted some parts, the beginning, where the kicks sounds, and it sounds only like a percussive loop like this.
Nasty.
So that's basically what goes with the bass, and the percussion sounds like this. And since we got the horns too from Jimmy Castor, what I also did is grab some horns from Patrice Russian that sounds like this. I duplicate those to give it a different key.
Oh.
This sounds like this. This sounds like this. This sounds like this. So when you get all of those together, you got
the layers.
so now that you got the horns, you got the percussion. Oh, this is a sample my guy Kaylin Ellis sent me. It's just a vocal loop. Like that. So now you got the bass, you got the percussion, you got the horns, and it sounds like this. And then, of course, I added some drums that I made. So, so that's how it sounds. Uh,
Filthy.
the full track, I turned this into "The Choice Is Yours" by Black Sheep. So it sounds like this. Let me show you the vocals too because it won't show.
Here they come, yo. Here they come. Here they come, yo. Here they come. Here they come. This or that. 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 This or that.
Yo, who's the black sheep? What's up, black sheep? Now know who I am or when I'm coming, so you sleep.
So, then you start adding stuff that you think that it might add something to your track. Like, for example, I added at the part of Engine number 9, that obviously the whole song changes. So, as once again, I like samples. what I did is use the sample from Wilson Pickett. So let me find it. Here it is. This is the percussions from Engine. And here you got some instruments. So I turned that into this.
Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. If my train goes off the track, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Back to the scene, crispy and clean. You can try, but don't work because you can't intervene.
So that's basically what I think when I'm making music. I usually start with the bass. That's what I like to start, or maybe some chords. In this case, you don't have chords because it's all sample based out of this bass line right here. Well, this one. But for example, can I show you another one? I mean, are you interested?
Hey.
Or this is like
this is super dope. Nah, man, this is what we're here for.
Okay, let me see. You don't want to hear a new one? This is about to drop next month.
Hey, we're all about the exclusives, man. Let's do it. What the bleep? What come in? While we're waiting for Lucci to load in the next joint, does anybody have any questions they would like to ask? And yes, this is definitely being recorded, Mimi Berry.
So now y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all know this sample.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Does that sound good? You hear that?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so what I did with that is I kind of chop it a little bit to sound like this. Y'all hear that?
Yep. Nice Bill Withers sample right there.
That sounds good?
Yes.
Okay, so I added some bass too. That I obviously, as I told you, I recreated too. It's not only the original one. I also replayed it. And added some drums. These are my drums. Okay. A couple layers. And I got another sample because I like the samples. So I added this. So this kind of sounds like this.
Me all a walk like a champion, act like a champion. What a piece of money, girl, tell me where you get it from. Not find no entrance,
Not at all where we expected that to go, huh?
But I thank FL Studio for the lag because this is not released yet. Premiere. So it sounds kind of messy.
That's
Uh,
fire.
but as I was telling you, I believe making music is all about the type of process you like to do. If you want to use a sample, as I did on this one or the other one, you can definitely see what part of the sample resonate the most with you,
Right.
because not everybody feel music the same way. Uh, some people might just hear like, let's say, uh, a guitar and start chopping that guitar on a certain way that will make sound everything beautiful.
Right.
And some people might do it with a bass or a piano or something like that.
Okay.
But it all depends on you. Now, as I'm loading this one, you will lose sound because I got to charge my phone up, my mic on. So, Spasm, just tell a joke so we can do.
All right. I'll let D-Man do that. D-Man, we need a dad joke right quick. We did dad joke. Actually, what was the one from this morning? I'm trying to remember what that one from this morning was. Here. This is one from, I think, last week. How many tentacles? Sorry. How many tickles does it take to tickle an octopus? I think that was the question. I think I completely butchered that one. The answer is 10 tickles. Hardy. That's from DJ D-Man's Dad Collection jokes. We got a question for you, Lucci. Do you still play basketball?
Y'all can hear me?
Yes.
I try to play. I'm not playing because I'm kind of scary since my arm started bugging on me. But I definitely feel like going back. I'm exercising though,
Nice.
and I still don't feel like my arm is 100% where it used to be. But I used to have some sort of pain on my shoulder when I shoot. So I decided to give some time to go back to that.
Smart. Definitely smart. We got
Well,
another
this
question.
is a different situation here. Oh, you got questions? Okay.
Yeah, I think I got two more. Question from Patty Bear.
Okay.
What artist or producer would you love to work with?
Ooh. That's a complicated one. I would love to work with Raphael Sadiq.
Oh. That would be...
I would also love to work with Q-Tip.
I can see that. I can definitely see some coming extremely beautiful from that. Just because your sounds...
Raphael Sadiq is...
Yeah.
It's a huge inspiration for me in the way that I make music. Raphael Sadiq is definitely a big go-to when I have to transit from one part of a different part of the song. This is okay, let me give you some keywords for y'all to work with music. Sample is not only take a song that is already made and turn it into something new. Sample is also by mind. I mean, if you hear a transition that another song got, like let's say a drum roll that you like, you can use that in your song too. Made it your own way, but get ideas from different songs because you like that one. So why wouldn't you use some type of information that you enjoy from that song into your own? So what I like to do also is every time that I'm kind of lost with a certain part of my song is listen to songs that I like and see how they resolve that.
Okay.
So that way I know that, okay, why I like this song, why I like the way this hook sound, why I like the way this bridge sound. Oh, it's because the chords are this way, or it's because the bass is this way, it's because the drums do this. So I try to emulate that on my tracks too.
Right.
To, give it like some type of home feeling to me, something that I already like, and why wouldn't I like again? So that's something that I do a lot and that I encourage everybody to use because, I mean, why not? For example, this song right here, even though I turned it into a remix uh, for Rock the Mic by Vinny Siegel and Freeway, uh, I started playing with the guitar lick that comes from. Okay, now the sample came out of my head. Um, but this is the guitar. Mandrill. That's where it comes from, mandrill. So I started playing with the guitar like that. I replayed that myself. It's not a sample. I replayed that, and I started looking for chords on this piano. Shout out to Contact, and I know it's not Contact this time. Lunch Lizard. Uh, I came up with these chords. Those chords. Then I duplicated that with a piano to give it a different feel, like this.
Again with the layers.
Once again, don't be afraid to do stuff like this. I didn't play this like that. Okay, you can do that on the QWERTY keyboard. I basically clicked the notes and then added the keys that I needed to make that chord. Okay, you can draw on this piano. You don't need to play like Beethoven or nothing like that.
Nice.
Uh, what else I added? Okay, the guitar in here. That's the first part that I show. First part that I show you. And then you got the bass. If you know me, you know I love bass. So I had to come up with a nice bass line like this. Then I added another one like this. And you go playing with stuff like that. You know, this got like a lot of different bass lines like this.
That's the beauty of when you put all the layers together, what it sounds like, right?
Exactly, because then you will hear how you see this bass line. I don't know why I do crazy stuff like this. Then nobody notice it. Nah, I'm just kidding. But this is what I like. I do this because I like it like this, and that's the way it should be done for me. Then you got an.
Is that like the 808?
In some drums, obviously, it sounds like this. Oh, in some percussion, this is a sample too. But when you add that to some drums, it sounds like this. You can also play with drums at the end of this one, I kind of chopped those drums again to make it sound different, and it sounds like this.
Crazy.
Well, so when you get all of that together, it sounds like this.
Collection cause the click fit good and the caravan slide through your hood like an avalanche.
And the break that I show y'all sounds like this.
That goes
So,
hard.
something like that.
That goes
Every
hard.
time that I do stuff like this with people like around here, I'll be like, I'm boring everybody out. that's how I feel every time that I start nerding out with the samples and the drums and then the bass and then this. That's how I feel.
No, I think we're all loving it, man. I think we're all loving it. It's part of the whole learning thing,
I
right?
don't know if you got like some more ideas, you going to ask something else you want me to keep showing music. and
Mike
stuff like that?
Tempo is asking, how do you master chain your joints?
Okay, that's definitely a great question. And I'm going to share some information that I got I got at the playlist that kind of went just with what I was using. As I told y'all before, I have no type of school knowledge about this. The only guidance that I got is my ears and my taste.
Right.
That's all I trust when I make music. And I used to do something that everybody told me it's something terrible as a musician or engineer or something like that. And that's mixing with headphones. Uh, what I started doing to mix with headphones is looking for reference tracks. So, what is a reference track? A reference track is a song that you like how it sounds and you will use as a reference for your own track. So when you hear the track that you like on your headphones and you hear how low or how high the bass sounds, you try to align your bass to that sound. And same with the drums, and same with the vocals, and same with everything. Uh, so that's basically what I was doing. And while being at playlist, I had the word from two super dope engineers, Ben Thomas and Young Guru, that that's like one of the best ways to do it. Know what are the sound of the equipment you got and use that as a reference.
Right.
Obviously, what I do, and I can give game on this, uh, it's let me show it like this. I probably didn't on this one. If you give me a minute, I will open another one where I can show you more the process of the EQ and all that. But give me a second, I gotta set the mic and all that again. So if you got another
Yeah,
net
no
joke,
worries.
you can go ahead and say.
I'm looking up one question as we speak. So we're good. Man, how's everybody out there, man? Thank God for sticking around. I know it's been, what, 2.5 hours in already. So I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate all the raids. Dirty Works, thank you for bringing your family. DJ Classics, thank you for bringing your family. Greatly, greatly appreciate y'all. Let me play some, let's play some Lucci while we wait.
Children growing, women producing, men go working, some do stealing.
Marcel, I'm doing fantastic.
Everyone's got to make a living.
Are you ready? Okay, hold on. I'm going to come on music. All right, we're good.
So you say you got a question, right?
I'm still waiting for that question to come through. But carry on in the meantime. When it comes through, I'll let you know.
Mariposa melanin, that question.
You are reading the chat, you sneaky guy.
I am now.
I didn't think you were reading the chat.
Because I had to open something. I got my phone and it was open there. So I saw it.
Boo.
Let me show Mike Tempo something.
Okay.
This is what I use as a reference to mix instruments. When I play, let's say, let me get the bass. Give me a second. That is not I replay this one. This is the track for y'all to listen to.
Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future.
Smooth out.
Time keeps on slipping, 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 and slipping, slipping.
What I usually do when I mix my tracks is I use this type of EQ software because it allows me to listen to what I'm deleting off a track. And I'm going to try to explain this the best I can. Remember, I don't have school knowledge. I'll be just trying to explain stuff that I learned myself. I set this point in here just as I could do it here, okay?
Right.
It's not a big thing. It's just because I know where I should put it to start. But when I do this, and Mike, I'm especially talking to you because you asked this one, but everybody who wants to learn can do it as well. I said this as a low cut type of EQ because it will just delete everything that is before this line in here. You can make this rougher or not that rough. I usually set it like this, or 36 or 48, because it deletes straight from that line that I'm using. And what I do, and I'm gonna show you all this, when I play the bass, you can hear the bass. If I'm moving this line in here, you see how the bass is starting to disappear, right?
Yes.
So what I do when I EQ my instruments is I use this tool right here, which is this headphone, that what will make you hear is what you are deleting, not what is sounding. So if I press this, I will hear that I'm not taking nothing that that will change the sound. So, I can delete everything that's here because there's just noise. If I move here, I can set it there because I'm deleting most of the bass.
Gotcha.
Right?
I think the term is
So I
called
gotta find the spot.
artifacts. Is that possible? Is it called an artifact?
What you mean? I have
The
no
when
idea, man.
so
my
when you're
English stuff there.
deleting certain portions of a sound, I think it's an artifact. I'm not 100% sure. I'm learning as well.
I call that an EQ erase. That's how
That
I
works
call
for
it.
me.
That's the ghetto English I was telling you about. But you got to do it on this low EQ and the high EQ too, because everything that is not part of the sound is noise,
Right.
and that will affect the way your song sound. It will
Okay.
get some kind of nasty sound all over the place. So I did it here.
Oh, D-Man says roll off. A roll off.
That might be.
Muddy frequencies.
I do the same here.
So now we have a battle
if
in
I
the
move
chat.
here, you see, I want that part to sound because that's part of the bass.
Right.
So I will move. Now I just hear nothing that is affecting the sound. So if I took the headphones off, I will still hear the full bass.
Oh, I love it.
And I do the same thing with every instrument because not every instrument sounds the same way.
Right.
The pianos or stuff like that will have
We can't hear you no more, by the way. We hear the music, though.
now you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir, yes.
I muted my channel, my bad. So as I was telling you, you will hear the keyboards and you will check the frequencies that are going with that. I'm showing this. You see where the frequencies start? It's not the same spot that the bass. So
right.
If I do this, just there, I'm gonna start losing some sound.
Okay.
So that way, what I'm doing is putting the bass in the frequency side, and then putting the chord, the roads on a different frequency, and I don't have everything just doing noise at the same spot. I have different instruments doing different frequencies, and that gets you like a type of clean mix, if you want to say it like that. That's the way
Right.
that I mix and master my tracks.
All right.
Was that too technical? Well, it wasn't technical at all because my English is not technical, but
No, that was great. Mike, did that answered your question?
he's getting rid of muddy frequencies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That's
I think that's it for questions. I mean we did have a pretty thorough conversation about it, so I think we covered everything. I think we definitely covered everything. And is there any other music you wanted to share? Or we can head over.
I can definitely show something. You will have to get another dad joke so I can change the mic.
I have one question for you. Probably the
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, what was your question, None? I didn't see your question. My bad. I do have one question. Hold up. I'm just scrolling up for it. Let me find it. Can you speak in Spanish for your non-English supporters?
That's a question too?
More of an ask.
I'm pretty sure there's nobody in here that speaks Spanish, but of course, I would say something so y'all see me blush, you know that uh, I would do it like this. Ok, bueno, muchas gracias a todos por haberse sumado y haberme escuchado hablar de música un poco. Los quiero mucho. Gracias. Did that work?
Nice. For the person that that wanted to remain nameless, how was that? Was that okay? None has a question.
Okay.
Where did you go? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Your favorite VSTs or plugins to work with?
Okay, I mostly use Contact. It's my go-to for the instruments. I got a couple libraries that I enjoy a lot. For example, I got the Scarby Rickenbacker bass. That's like my bass line, my go-to when it comes to bass lines. Then I got the Neo Soul Keys, my bad, or the Scarby Mark I. I got that one too. Um, Basically, what I use the most is Contact. Then I like the Mini B from Arturia. Let me think. Let me think. I'm gonna check on my list so I can tell you. Um, okay. The Moto bass. That's another one. Moto bass is a good one. Um, Serum is another one that's a good one. Got a lot of sounds, but I don't be using it that much. I use it mostly when I try to do some type of selection, K-Tornado type of vibe. That's my go-to. And then there's this one called Reactor 6. That's a good one. Got a lot of bunch of basses and pads and all stuff like that is really useful for me. So that's basically what I use the most to create music. And then to mix and master, um, well, I use the Pro Q as I show you. I use the C1 as gate. And then I mostly use built-in BSTs and stuff. I like the limiter the Fruity Loops have. I like the delay they have. I like the reverb they have. If not, I'm using the Valhalla or stuff like that. And then I definitely love the Oson to get a new guide for my master. Uh, so that's like most of what I use. It's not that much, and it's not like the most fancy stuff. Oh, definitely, Serato. Shout out to Serato. They gave me a copy of the Serato Hex. That's definitely dope. If you're trying to play with Bivy sounds, you will need that. You will definitely need that
Nice.
because it not only got some dope built-in presets, but they also collab with other artists like Amber from Moonchild, like Jake One, like Lord Finesse, Diviasi, and a lot of dope producers that have been making presets for that one. It's definitely good, and you can. It's good because it's like a patcher where you can put a lot of different effects, and you can also turn by a knob how much of all those effects you want to sound. So
Right.
it's definitely a good deal to work it. Shout out to Serato.
Nice.
The Spanish came out from me.
Question for myself: are VSTs compatible from one DAW to another?
Most of them are. I mean, it depends on the guy who made them.
Okay.
But I believe most of the ones that I mentioned, you can use them on Mac and you can use them on Windows. So
What about
at
from
least
like
the one that I
are like Fruity Loop VSTs compatible with, let's say, Ableton VSTs?
no, if you got the built-in BSTs are from the software.
Gotcha.
But the good thing is as FL Studio got their own, Ableton got their own too.
Okay.
So it's not like if you get Ableton, you won't be able to use effects. And to be honest, most of are dope. I mean, I don't use Ableton because I got used to FL Studio, but all I hear about Ableton and the stuff that people do with Ableton is it's amazing. So
Right.
definitely a good BST to try. A
Okay.
good software, my bad.
And second part to None's question is, how did you and Jeff first connect? So he did talk about that one earlier. So I think it initially started with a joint that he heard, and he reached out to you on Instagram, DM'd you, asking you for a joint specifically, and then I think that's kind of where the chat started between the two of you, right?
Yeah, I have no idea how he knew about me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that's part of the question, I have no idea. Uh, one morning he hit me up, and that's all I know. I don't know if somebody showed him some of my music. That could be true because in communities like the community Jeff built, everybody be just sharing music. So if somebody he knew heard some of my music and show it to him, maybe that's the way. But you never know. I'm not sure. I will be lying if I reply that.
Okay. Okay. And the final question that everybody has been asking. Actually, it's more of an if. Is there any plans to make a Twitch return?
To be honest, I don't think so. But I don't think so, not because I don't miss the community and stuff like that. It's just because my head is in another space right now. I'm trying to be focused on getting better at the way that I deal with my Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just to give you an insight to my head, I drop two original tracks every month, and then some mashups and blends and stuff like that.
Right.
And most of the time, it takes me more than a month to make them. Uh, it's not for me that I sit down and I knock 35 tracks. I don't like to do it like that. I like to take time. I like to, if I'm doing a mashup or something like that, I like to separate every instrument from the track that I'm using the instrumental,
Right.
and mix it again and play with every instrument so I can make it my own way.
Right.
So every time that I'm not on my computer, I try to be with the fam and friends and stuff like that. So it will be kind of difficult for me to add to my schedule a Twitch return.
Right. No, I totally get it. But I mean, the beauty of everything is this. You might not see Lucci on Twitch, but you'll definitely have Lucci in your ears every month, dropping new packs.
Definitely.
So head over to patreon.com. I just wanted to say, head over to patreon.com/DJ Luciano Sola and sub up. Get yourself those joints. I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to edits, and I'm a huge edit player, and people that come to my stream on the regular, they know that is what I prefer playing. My Tuesday streams are totally dedicated to edits, remixes, and blends. You're not going to hear no original joints. And I would say your music is definitely top 3 as far as music that I play. I don't think there's ever been a set that's gone by where I'm not playing at least one of your joints, because it fits into so many different styles that I'll play. One day I might keep it funky. The next day it will be all R&B smooth joints. And you create something that fits into all of those categories. And Nisi can tell you, every stream I have a completely different vibe of, how I'm feeling. So to know that there's always a Lucci joint that I can rely on, to me, makes you my go-to guy. And for that reason,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that's
no, carry
go
on.
ahead, my bad.
No, I just want to say, for that reason specifically is why I had to have you on the show and to give you your flowers, because I am extremely appreciative of all the hard work that you put in. You're an absolute inspiration to me, and I'm sure many, many others as well. When I think about stuff that I create myself now, I'm heavily asking myself, what would Lucci do? Right? How would Lucci want this to sound? Right? It just kind of gives me that driving force to just be better. Even DJ None, same thing. There's always a None joint that's being played. Always. So I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for agreeing to be on this stream, because it truly does mean a lot for me. This stream is really a passion for me, to be able to connect with producers like yourself, to network, get to know each other on a more personal basis, but also just to promote you and to tell the world, like, you got to go out there and get yourself some Lucci joints for your crates. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Because when I started in this whole DJ thing going on 3 years now, I had no idea what an edit and remix was. So if me being the big music person that I am had no idea, I can only imagine how many other people have never heard of an edit remix, right? Nonetheless, Luciano, Sola. So my mission is really to promote, the likes of yourself, the DJ Nonays, the B-Mans, the Jim Sharps, Ian Wallace's, all of that. Like, that's my mission, is really to promote. And I will continue to do that. So thank you.
And we appreciate that. I think I can speak from all of us, because definitely it will be pointless to make edits if nobody play them or be interested in it.
Right.
We love our craft, and we love the fact that people love it even more.
Right.
That's even better for us. So just to follow up on the last thing that I said, even though I'm not on Twitch, y'all got me on the socials. I'm not a hard to reach guy. I don't think I'm the Mr. Big Stuff, and I don't reply messages and stuff like that. Even not only for the people who came here to listen to music or to vibe a little bit, but also for the producers and the DJs and everybody who wants to get my opinion on something or my help. It's definitely so easy to reach me on Instagram, and I get back to everybody. I reply messages. I try to help the most that I can. So definitely thank you for having me. Thank you for playing my music. Thank you for enjoying my music. And thanks to everybody who just sit here and heard a boyhead talk for 3 hours about music and nerd stuff. So that definitely means a lot, for real.
Yeah. And to what Nisi says, man, you really do always reply. You have got to be the most humble person I think I've ever encountered in this industry so far. Like, extremely humble, man. So thank you. Thank you for that.
I appreciate it. That means a lot.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, man. Does anybody else have any last questions? Because I know there is a time difference here, and I know Lucci needs to get back to his family and do his thing. But if not, the stream isn't over. I'm going to continue to play some joints of his to exit out. But before we go, Lucci.
If you want me.
Yeah.
If you want me, before you keep doing that, I can show something else, and then you can go back to your set. And I'm stay vibing though. I might not be on stream. You might miss my beauty, but I will stay vibing.
I'll leave that for the people. What do y'all want? Do you want Lucci to go through another joint? Oh, Nisi says give Rufus and Shaka some love for her.
Okay, I got the door closed because they will be jumping all over the place. You witness that. You witness my dogs trying to be here. Let me load this last one up, and I'm gonna be off mic, but I'm gonna turn it up again.
All right, sounds good. Mike's gone right now. While he's queuing that up, let's just play another Lucci joint. We're good. He's ready to go. We'll hold that one for later. All right, take it over, Master. Oh, and Anisi also says, say hello to Mama Sola.
Okay, Mama Sola was just cheesing that I was being interviewed.
They always do that to us,
every
eh?
time somebody interview me, she thinks that I'm like I don't know, Michael Jackson and stuff like that. Let's see. Y'all may recognize this bass line, maybe.
Oh yeah, MJ. I can't help it if I
Okay, in these
wanted to.
chords. So what I basically did is replay that. I replayed that Michael because I love that song and I couldn't help it. That joke. Uh, and as I wanted to give it this like a Latin type of swing, since we're talking about Latin music and all that,
Yeah.
I did something like this. And that bass line that y'all hear sounded too regular for me. So I turned it into this.
Yes.
And when you got all together, it sounds like this. And since it already sounded a little bit Brazilian, stuff like
Right.
that, I had to add some Brazil stuff, like the whistle and this percussion element called cuica, which sounds like a
Yes.
something like that. You might hear it before,
That's an African instrument, right? The cuica?
of course, but it's used a lot on Brazilian music.
Yeah, Epic has one of those.
And
He pops it out on stream every now and then too.
yep, exactly. And so I added some breakdowns, and this goes straight to the hook like this.
I love that thing. If you're
I
lucky
recorded
enough,
that whistle.
when you pull the straw out of your soft drink, you can kind of get that sound effect sometimes.
Something like that, but you gotta be lucky. So with all the music and stuff, sounds like this. So well, you know, that's basically the process. I feel like those keys were something that I wanted to work with, and then I started just building all around that. Obviously, I kept the idea of the sample
Right.
because that was the main influence on that track, but also is trying to find my own way to make it fit because the bass line didn't do what I wanted to do, so I recreated myself on a better way, in my opinion, for my track, not
Right.
for the real one. So I believe music is about that, just following what you feel will sound good, and just going with that.
Absolutely. Man, this was truly inspirational in many, many ways. I am very, very glad that we got to do this, man. So thank you. Thank you for your time, man. Thank you for all the hard work that you put in, blessing us with all these incredible joints on a month-to-month basis. I know I'm going to be subbing up for this month as well. And hope a bunch of people from here will as well. Really, really hope that, man.
You're welcome. This is my job. I say everybody this. This is my job, and I take it very seriously.
Right.
It's not like I ask people to subscribe and just get money out of that. For me,
Right.
it's my main thing to give y'all something that is worth the money that you spend. So
Exactly.
it's not that I try to get your money and that's it. I try to give you something that is worth paid.
Right.
So I appreciate everybody supporting, of course.
I know DJ Mecca was asking, when you subscribe for this month, do you get access to previous month's releases as well?
Since 2025, that didn't happen no more. We had a couple bad situations. Years before, I had people who only subscribe on the last month of each year,
Right.
and get the whole year worth of edits. So I had to find a way to fix that. So every month, everything that comes there is deleted at the end of the month. But what I do is that I make a special sale for everybody who subscribe for the whole package of whatever you want. We can
Right.
definitely find a good deal with an amount that you can pay, and that can give you a use of it.
Right. Well, I'll be there, man. I'll definitely be there supporting going forward, because I love your work.
All the support is
Absolutely love your work,
appreciated.
man.
Much
So thank
love,
you.
brother. Thank you for having me.
So yeah,
Definitely means a lot to me to be here. My bad, I lost something.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Means a lot to be invited here. Means a lot to know the people enjoy my music and they want to know about me and my process. And as I told you and I told everybody, definitely you can hit me up and we can talk about whatever you need to talk. I'm always down. So that's
Beautiful, man. Love it. And going forward, every single time I play a Lucci joint, there's going to be a command that I put in the chat. So I've done this for everybody that I've brought on. Exclamation mark Sola. I didn't configure it for this stream yet, but as of the next stream, exclamation mark Sola will give you all of your social media platforms for life. So thank you, man.
Much appreciated.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't configure it yet, unfortunately, see. But yeah, man, I'm going to let you tend to your family and to do your thing. And everybody,
I'm going to go cook.
Luciano
Everybody
Sola.
know that I love to eat.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to go to cook something and vibe with the music. I appreciate you for the time and I appreciate everybody.
Hey, no
who
problem,
joined.
man. We're going to keep rocking, so don't go nowhere, everybody. Don't go nowhere. We're going to rock. But everybody, Luciano Sola. Appreciate you, big bro. We'll talk soon.
Same here, friend.
All right, man. Indeed. Let me stand up, man. Yo, thank y'all for sticking around. Y'all are troopers. Y'all are super troopers. That was definitely a long one, but definitely needed, man, because the world needed to know who that man was. Definitely need to know who that man was. So I'm glad y'all were able to stick around. Y'all ready for some more tunes? Are y'all ready for some more tunes? We're gonna dig in. And we're gonna play a bunch more Luciano Sola joints before we head out. So we're gonna start off with this one right here. Shade Cheese. What the pleep? What up? Good to see you. Aries Rising. Always a pleasure, fam. Brother Dan DeVille. Fantastic, man. How are you?
We're not in love anymore. I keep forget things will never be the same again. I keep forget how you made that so clear. I keep forgetting every time you're near, every time I see your smile. Hear your hello, saying you can only stay a while.
Absolutely, Magic Sandwiches.
That it's hard for you to say the things we both know are true. But time that will go back, keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. I keep forgetting things will never be the same again.
Would you read us a bedtime story, please, please?
Alright, you kids get to bed, I get to start.
Oh man, Dan, sorry to hear that. Speedy recovery, man.
Y'all tucked in? Here we go. Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow, where laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good, there lived a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you tonight, we're gonna make some cash, robbing old folks and making the dash. They did the job, money came with ease, but one couldn't stop, it's like he had a disease. He robbed another and another, and a sister and a brother. Tried to rob a man who was a DT undercover. The cop grabbed his arm, he started acting erratic. He said, "Keep still, boy, no need for static." Punched him in his belly and he gave him a slap. But little did he know the little boy was strapped. The kid pulled out a gun, he said, "Why'd you hit me?" The barrel set straight for the cop's kidney. The cop got scared, the kid he starts to figure, I'll do years if I pull this trigger. So he cold he ran around the block, cop radios into another lady cop. He ran by a tree, there he saw this sister. Shot for the head, he shot back, but he missed her. Looked round good and from expectations, he decided he'd hit for the subway stations. But she was coming and he made a left. He was running top speed till he was out of breath. Knocked an old man down and swore to kill him. Then he made his move to an abandoned building. Ran up the stairs up to the top floor. Opened up a door there. Guess who he saw?
Strip naked and just give it here. It's like taking candy from a kid in a baby carriage. Suckers vanish because I do crazy damage. Crews I smoke in this, don't even joke with this. Just listen to the sounds of the funky vocalist. Ain't that something? Damn, it feels good to see people up on it. Ain't that something? Damn, it feels good to see people up on it. Ain't that something? Damn, it feels good to see people up on it. Ain't that something? Damn, it feels good to see people up on it.
patio joint.
A brand new life I can see. Never thought you'd be a special part of me. No, baby. The reasons are because of you. I can go on and make it through. I can't even take my mind off loving you. And I wanna say I never knew there was a love like this before. A love like this before. No, never had someone to show me a love like this before.
Girl, you're looking sweet tonight. You gotta get every day. Wish that I could love you right in a special way. You light my fire. I feel alive. You blow my mind. I'm satisfied.
Girl, you got me up, excited,
So excited.
makes me wanna shout.
You are now watching with my daddy. MusicSpasms. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What up? What up? Say what? Say what? Say what?
Me and my people be rolling. Feeling on you and your homies. Girl, stay on summer. Walk on down in the Hummer, baby. Hit the park and parlay. Hope that your walk is away. If you and your girls wanna ride, play all day, up on the line. Say what, say what. You know that I like it, baby. Girl, you know what's up, and you know what I need. Say what, say what, say what. You know that I'm out it, baby. Girl, you know what's up. You know what's up. Oh, baby. I know what's up, baby. And no more. Tell me what's up, baby. Keep up five and I'm zoned. Up to you in the morning. You can fly with the sunrise on. Got the phone coming on. Girl, you got me wide open. Been all day and I'm hoping. So baby, don't fuss. Backseat creep, you know what I want. Say what, you know that I like it, baby. Girl, you know what's up, and you know what I need. Say what, you know that I'm out it, baby. Girl, you know what's up.
This for my niggas though, special delivery. Spit like this, get my wrists all glittery. Get cake, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show y'all the mean in the chivalry. Rap cooler, you can ask Buddha. Right jab like Zabzuda. Every member on my team is a shooter. Tight like a womb, no room for intruders. Spark Buddha, twist in the Philly. And good humor, don't be silly. It's gravy, baby, I got it all smothered. Like makeup, I got it all covered. You want a jewel? Don't be fooled. It's authentic, don't be fooled by these phony accusations, backlash, slanders, front, and they publicity stunts and propaganda. Keep it private, cause I'm the commander in chief. I never stop like beef. Give me a break, I might shake the building, place safe, vacate for the women and children. I spit it out. Special delivery.
I want that.
Special delivery.
I need that.
Special delivery.
Can I have that?
Special delivery. Special delivery.
I want that.
Special delivery.
I need that.
Special delivery.
Can I have that?
How y'all feeling? Don't his joints just make you feel great? This joint right here gives me goosebumps. When y'all sign up to Patreon, this is what you're getting, y'all.
You're the kind of guy that I should make a move on. And if I don't let you know, then I won't be for real. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. The more I see you and
drums and snares just smack you across your head.
Got me touching, babe. Tell me if you with it, cause I'm with it, babe. I haven't heard from you and I'm in it, babe. Just tell me what to do and I get it, babe. Gucci and Prada. In the middle of the night. Know that you move cause I put it down right. I can put you on fire. You know that a nigga like me can touch it like, oh, baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got you go crazy. I got what you need. Everybody think you shopping, I know you afraid, no, baby.
There's that Cuica again. This all Lucci Dandeville. Every single joint you've heard today.
I came in the door, I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more, but it's biting me, fighting me, inviting me to rhyme. I can't hold it back. I'm looking for the line, taking off my coat, clearing my throat. The rhyme will be kicking in till I hit my last note. My mind remains to find all kind of ideas. Self-esteem makes it seem like a thought took years to build, but still say a rhyme after the next one. Prepared, never scared, I'll just bless one. And you know that I'm the soloist, so Eric B, make a clap to this. Make a clap to this. Make a clap to this. Make a clap to this.
It takes it all the way to New Orleans, yo. Appreciate you, Marie. Right here goes so hard. Professional music level, what up? Great to see you, man.
rigid, her man's a midget. Plus she got fringe, yo, I can dig it. Here's a 40 swig it, you know it's frigid. I got him chillin' in the cooler, break out the ruler. Damn, that's the baddest dog I ever seen. The weather's keen in Cali, getting weed, it makes it feel like Maui. Now we feel the good vibrations. So many females, so much inspiration.
I get inspired by the blunts too. I'll front you if you hang with the funk crew. I roam the strip for bones to pick. When I find one, I'm gonna take her home and quickly do this. I need not explain this. A plus is famous, so get the anus.
Hey, miss, who's there? I'm through there, no time to do hair. The flicks it ain't, so get straight. You look great, let's rub now. Or rub down some flavor later, there's a theater. We in the gut, the cinema was mediocre. Take her to the crib so I can stroke her.
Kids get broke for their skins when I'm in close range. I throw game at your dip like handball, cause the man's all that, all that. I'm Tina Chill from 93 till.
Yeah, this is how we chill from 93 till.
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 M-E-T-H-O-D, man. M-E-T-H-O-D, man. M-E-T-H-O-D, man. M-E-T-H-O-D, man. M-E-T-H-O-D, man. M-E-T-H-O-D, man. Hey, you, get off my cloud. You don't know me and you don't know my style. Who be getting burned when they come to a damn? Here I am, the method man. Patty cake, hey, the method man. No need skip, beat, chip for Peter Pan. Peanut butter, cause I'm not butter. In fact, I snap back like a rubber band. I be Sam I am, and I don't eat green eggs and ham. Now I hit you when they got there. You'll be like, oh shit, that's the jam. Turn it up, now hear me get loud. I'm about to blow, light me up. Upside down shot, inside and outside. Hitting you from every angle, there's no doubt I am the one and only method man. The master of the plan, rapping shit like shit ran. Rap with some of this and some of that. Hold up, what? I thought I saw a pretty pat over there. But I think he wants to beware of the diggy dogs that right here. Yippee, yippee, yeah, dog, yo. One deck says this ain't your average flow.
Yep.
Shake it fast, watch yourself. Shake it fast, show me what you're working with. Shake it fast, watch yourself. Shake it fast. I came there with the mic in my hand. Don't make me hit me with my foot, yo. Be cool. And don't worry about how I'm ripping. What I'm kicking, what I'm flipping. This just what I do. I'm the professor, multi-crescent ass. This a full-grown German shepherd. You got a game step. They don't mess with me. They down. Y'all can't catch it. And they wild. Pay your fix it. Know that. A rider for my $1, $1 for my boots. You think I'm freaking? Well, I ain't tripping. I'm fine if you got nice curves for your iceberg. Breaking me, I'm not gonna like you do something to me. Hope this indecent proposal make you do something with me. Get $1, girl, pick up this. Forget that power, girl, you need a real flip. On top, nigga, back hurt. I'm bent over, girl. Show me what you're working with. Shake it fast. Watch yourself. Shake it fast. Show me what you're working with. Shake it fast. Watch yourself. Right now in the place to be. I thought I told y'all dudes before. Y'all dudes can't mess with me. Watch yourself. This ain't for no smoke cheese, no circus, that won't be.
Feel you got the biggest one. Then mama come shake it fast.
My baby loves me.
stating, illustrating, description giving, adjective expert, analyzing some modern musical myths, seeking people of the universe. This is yours. It's yours. Do you like it? Do you want it? Well, if you had it, would you flaunt it? Well, it's yours. Taking a record that's already made with the help of the mix board used in the crossfade. Rhythm can be kept to a self-choice pace, depending on moment or depth of bass. I don't really know, but somebody said some musical rhythms can mess with your head. I don't know. If it's true, I leave it up to you. It's yours. It's yours. Sound plus rhythm done up with finesse is equivalent to the adjective best. Now it's time to introduce neo rhymes combined with the group with juice. Dance to the musical tune on the microphone.
What to believe? Check the link out at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. That patreon.com link. That's where you can find all his goodies.
So full of endurance for your insurance. Everything's fixed. Just listen to the mix. Do you want it?
I don't need no dreams when I'm by your side. Ooh. Every moment takes me to paradise. Darling, let me hold you. I warm you in my arms and melt your fears away. Show you all the magic that a perfect love can make. I need you night and day, so baby be mine. Baby, you gotta be mine. And girl, I give you all I got to give. So baby be mine, girl, all the time. And we can share this ecstasy as long as we believe.
Don't stop, don't quit, just do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
You can take a ratchet song, play it at the barbecue,
Just like you should.
get your bounce on.
Right now, lick it good, lick this just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my chest like that. My neck, my back, lick my chest like that. First you gotta put your neck into it. Don't stop, just do it, do it. Then you roll your tongue from the back up to the front. Then you get it all, keep me up.
Right,
on
producer
ya.
DJ?
Make sure I keep my eyes on ya. All over the club and stuff. A real player, show me so much love. The best love comes slow and long. No time to stay down on ya. All night to the crack of dawn. Real good, keep it coming strong. Through the night, making so much love. The dead sweet when the sun comes up. So lick it now, lick it good, lick this just like you should. Right now, lick it good, lick this just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my just like that. My neck,
we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the face down. Scheming, now let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. With pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. I tell my mama I love her, but this what I like, Lord knows. 20 of them in my Chevy, tell them all to come and get me. Reaping everything I sow, so my karma come in heaven. No preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a motherfucker gangster in silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone great. Trying to side my faces all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. When our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? And we hate poor, when the killer's dead in the street for sure. I'm at the preacher's door, my knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright, alright. We gon' be alright, alright.
My daylight clothes, or is it just my daylight song? What I do ain't make believe. People say I sit and try, but when it comes to being daylight, it's just me, myself, and I. It's just me, myself, and I. It's just me, myself, and I. It's just me, myself, and I.
Oh, word? Oh, for this version right here?
And my plug one spectacles. You say plug 1 and 2 are hippies, no we're not. That's pure plug bull. Always pushing that we formed an image. There's no need to lie. When it comes to being plug 1, it's just me, myself, and I. It's just me, myself, and I. It's just me, myself, and I. I speak the plug too tight. Please, oh please, let plug 2 be himself, not what you read, alright? Right is wrong when hype is written on the soul, they lie, that is. Style is surely our own thing, not the false disguise of showbiz. They lie, soul is from the soul, and this fact I can't deny. Strictly from the Dan called Stucky, and from me, myself, and I. It's just me, myself, and I.
You were crazy if you did like this one, don't you? That one hits so hard. I believe in never really deleting anything.
Attack, react, exact, or Mac, or move you in. A strong song as long as you groove to this. I keep the crowd loud when you hype. Do damage on stage and injure the mic. It's I shoot the gift and see stand still while I rhyme stick to you like Skippy and Jeff. Feel my blood fist on my death kiss. The rap soloist, you don't want none of this. Supreme in this era, I reign with terror. When I grab the mic, believe you're gonna hear her. Fascinating rhyme as I enchant them. So let's all sing the Big Daddy anthem. Go with the flow, my rhymes grow like an afro. I entertain the gain and cane, I never have no problem. I can sneeze, sniffle, or cough. Even if I stutter, I'ma still come off. Cause rappers can't understand the mics I rip. They sure enough ain't equipped, that's why they got flipped. But my apparatus is up to status. Don't ask who's the baddest. Of course, that is the make or break or take on. My rhymes ache the head, put it to bed. So watch what's said. Say the bass for the pipe and rearrange your tone. I take a loss every force in the danger zone. Cause I kill and kill at will. Teaching a skill that's real, you know frill. So just stand still and chill as I feel. Science I drill until my rhymes fill. Your head up, head up, head up, head up, head up, head up.
All right, y'all, we got one more joint we're gonna play. And I'm gonna head to my family. But this was awesome. Man, this has been rocking since 4 o'clock. Almost 4 full hours, y'all. Nothing but Luciano Sola goodness. So if you have not already, please check out his Patreon. Patreon.com/DJ Luciano Sola. For all that good. Trust me, y'all need that in your life. You all need that in your life. But I appreciate everybody coming through. The mods are also the MVP right here, rolling with me for 4 hours strong. Nisi Sykes, Brandy Brown Sugar. And of course, Psych everyone for she's not here today because she's on a trip. So she's not able to attend. But big love to all the mods. Greatly appreciate you. Rock with me every single day. Luciano, Sola. Again, man, thank you so much for doing this. This was an absolutely incredible stream. Like, I hope a lot of people got something good out of this, man. You did not know about Luciano Sola in the past. Y'all learned today. So that was our first producer spotlight for 2025. We got some more stuff cooking up, man. But none of that matters because today, flowers are for Luciano Sola. So appreciate y'all coming through. I'll be back on Tuesday for the Remix Lounge. We're going to hear joints like this amongst a bunch of other goodness. I'll be on at 12 p.m. Eastern Time rocking for the Remix Lounge. So until then, everybody have an amazing evening. Damn it, it's late now. Everybody have a great evening. And I'll catch you on that next one. But stick around for the raid. We're going to find somebody to go to. Peace, y'all. D-Mac, I appreciate you. Peace, Smitty, Shay G. DJ Tree, Sexy Scorpio. What the bleep? Cheetah Girl. And of course, my brother Dan DeVille. Patty Bear. Roll them R's. Roll them R's. Scotty, appreciate you, sis. Purplicious. I see you, fam. Welcome in. Let's head over to Pittsburgh Brethren. Brother Black Steel. Everybody have a great and safe night. It's Friday Eve. It's time to celebrate. Michelle, appreciate you being here, fam. Just like that, y'all. Peace, love, and happiness. Spread that love, spread that happiness. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.